As long as it's still moving forward,
Alright,
it's
let's
probably fine.
see.
Yeah, but I just think 35 is a bit fast for a freight train.
Wait, okay, there we go.
All right, I'm turned around at the Alarka Y. I think I'll pick up the one guy who's standing here, and then move on down the line, move back east.
Did I upload that one? Let's see. 3 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, no, I did not export that one. I recorded, but never did the export. Okay, so I'll export that. And export that one. Yeah. Like,
I'm coming into Bryson now.
going to have to buy diesel much as I don't want to. First was, don't do it. Give not into temptation, stick to the righteous path. And then someone else
What's
posts a
happening?
freaking Palpatine.
What's happening?
The railroader Discord. Someone posts, like, someone in general saying that it's like, going to have to buy a diesel much as I don't want to. Then someone telling him, don't do it. Don't give into the temptation and stick to the righteous path of, I guess, just using steam locomotives. And then someone else, forget, like, just posted, like, basically a meme. It's Palpatine from episode 3 when they were on that separatist ship,
Oh yeah,
and him telling
yeah.
Skywalker to do it because of, like, to kill Dooku. These are such a massive ease of use investments. Less fuel usage, fewer fuel stops, better lighting, colorable.
Fusee. I was going to say what the hell's the fusee in the middle of the siding.
What? Where is it?
There was a fusee. Who has me?
Did you remove it?
Yeah, yeah. I removed the
It was
fuse.
probably there from yesterday.
It might have been there because Renegade had my engine in AI. It's probably
Damn, that loads fast.
the AI to stop.
Yeah, sit down the fusee on the yard lead just to get you into the yard.
Okay, there we go. Oh,
Hello, Fred.
no, I don't. I
So,
need to dump air, not.
is the railway in operation at the current moment?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm going to join.
Right now, we got a passenger train heading down from Hemingway to Bryson.
You'll have to do some briefing to me and, like,
We got
what
we
will I
got
we
do?
like
got set up here. So we got
I
the
think
full
it's
car
like
that has to
three.
go to the tower.
What will you need me to do? Like, what?
And then
role
there's a
should I
short
take?
freight for Alarka, which someone's gonna have to take to Alarka while I switch Bryson.
Okay, so what's the reporting mark again?
PHPRR. It's all in capitals.
Found it.
Okay, so we got 3 cars that still have to be unloaded at the sawmill.
What do
That
you
should
want
be
me to
like
do?
2 hours, 3
Engineer?
hours.
You want me to do engineering? You want me to do
Well, right
signaling?
now we have one locomotive sitting back at Whittier, but that one's we're waiting on
Maintenance?
well, not maintenance. Waiting on the log cars that are currently at the sawmill to be emptied, so that we can.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm in. I am currently by a mogul, #1.
Yeah, that will be the one that's probably
Oh,
that's waiting for. Why is it mogul? Why is it
I'm
there?
sitting on. Yeah, I put it
Oh.
there. I refueled it and watered it up, and now I'm just waiting for the 6 o'clock interchange.
so what do you need me
Interchange is
to
done
do?
at 4, so it was already handled.
Oh
So
well,
you
You know
can
the
waiting
teleport.
for the
hey
logs
Renegade.
then.
Yeah, hey
Yeah.
Renegade. You know the train that I had to switch out with at Whittier.
So
Yeah.
okay, where do you want me to go?
That was
Uh,
interchange traffic. That was
I
inbound
mean-
interchange traffic.
I don't know what
Okay.
there really is to do at the moment. Let me see what our finances are looking like. Okay, so
Our
we do have
One's
finances,
just waiting for logs.
are looking
yeah, pretty
decent.
much waiting on the logs. I mean, once those logs are ready, I mean, I can just make it wait. Okay, let's see. 0.5.
Interesting naming for the train crews.
Okay, so that emptied 1 log off.
Yep, there's about 3 log cars that are still full.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the time frame on these.
It's so slow. It's so unnecessary. I wish they offloaded faster if it wasn't full.
And they still full. Kind of.
Yeah,
full.
they only did 1 log. And this is a tier 3
mean-
contract, so I mean, what's
I
the
could do a
sawmill
passenger
at?
ride if you
No
need me
wonder
to.
it's freaking the freaking pond is full, so it's not going to offload any more cars.
Oh, yes,
Because
you're correct.
it's got a cap of like
No.
45 or 44, so it won't
Hey,
it
No,
won't
no, no.
offload until
It's
it
just
uses
quantity. No, it's just quantity in storage is 44 logs at 49%. So you're only half full.
them. Someone
I've
said
seen.
that
I've got.
caps at 45 for tier 3.
No,
tier 3
I've
has
gotten
a
it up to
cap.
100.
On
I've gotten
tier
it up to
3?
100%.
On tier 3?
hey, so question here.
It might
Well,
be
maybe
the
I'll
other
have to double check
contract.
myself.
It might be
You
tier
want me to
5 for that. So
Should I take
Tier 5
some-
unlocked yet?
we have it unlocked, but we have to complete this contract before we can do that.
Hey,
Mhm.
anyone
think
want
we
me to
will.
maybe take a passenger train?
We only have the 1 passenger train, which is currently running.
I'm just here waiting at Whittier.
Yeah, that's kind of what it boils down to a lot for us because we get all of our jobs done fairly early. The mogul
I mean,
never
to
really
be part
goes.
of
The
the train
mogul
crew.
never goes up past Whittier, like past where that station is. Like the only like.
Who's
It-
heading down the main towards Bryson right now with #2?
That's me right there. I'm running the passenger train.
Hey, if
Yeah.
you want, I
Yeah.
can take
I'm-
conductor to
yeah,
that train
I'm
just for
in-
the sake of running.
Yeah, I'm switching in Bryson Yard, and I won't be getting in the way of the passenger train.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Could I get a
uh,
repeat on who was asking about the passenger train? I got stumped
So,
on there.
are
Good
you going
friend.
to stop at? May I? Are you going to stop at Bryson?
I will, yeah. Passenger train will.
I'll pick up on there and just board the train and go along doing
Stand by.
yeah.
Okay.
conductor. I'll be at Bryson Station.
Yeah, I don't really want to just like skip time forward too much.
It
Just
appears.
because-
Where are you heading to with that train? Just curious.
The
Whittier?
passenger train's running all the way east, all the way to Whittier.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah, you
got
have.
78 for Whittier and
Yep,
28
I was going to
for
read that
Ella.
list. I
You
was
keep
about
getting
to read.
stomped on, man. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I said I was going to read the list, but then
Oh,
bro
I
just.
got you. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so we got 78 to Whittier, 28 to Ella, and 23 for a station that you've already passed.
It's unfortunate.
29 for
Yeah.
Olarka and Hemingway between the two. So, but those will be taken care of on the way back up.
I'll keep a look on the yard over here. I
If all
sneezed.
the freight jobs are done and it's just passenger, does it make sense to skip? Because, I mean, we have a lot of capacity running 5 cars. It's not like it's going to
Yeah.
bog anything down.
Yeah, I see someone's doing shunting over here. Horizon with the Pacific.
Maybe you're right with the 44 logs, because didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think it probably.
Did Fred say something?
Something.
No, actually,
Something.
it did. It's down to like 1 log on one car and 3 logs on the last car. So.
I'm currently at Bryson Tower, just watching over everything.
Yeah,
Switching
I'm
interchange.
switching in. I'm switching Bryson right now.
Oh,
You know,
and all those
what-
cars at the freaking sawmill are already ready to be freaking taken back. That's fucking awesome already.
Right.
Only
Yeah,
a
they're
few
they're
hours.
fast.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, they're super fast.
Yeah, like Fred,
question.
Fred, you should be able to see me just switching out here.
Question. Anyone?
'Cause I've got to switch out. I've got to switch out portions of my train.
Uh,
Actually, I'm gonna switch out the entirety of my train.
is your sentence finished?
Yeah, I think you're good. Stop.
Because you cut off and then you continued, and we're like, oh, is he done? Anyways, what's the next milestone you guys planning on going for?
We're looking at probably saving it up enough to buy the track towards Silva.
I see.
That's $7,500 right now.
Yeah, but we're going to do that after we acquire a few more locomotives because we're going to need those locomotives to be
I do
running
recommend-
freight service and all that, going back
Yeah.
that direction and all.
I have passenger, but also works for freight. I usually use the T21 10-wheeler, the large one. It's quite a beast, quite powerful.
I was
And I
looking
see-
at doing the purchasing 3 G25 moguls and selling the T17.
T21, it would be probably good for the mainline passenger express.
Well,
It's
I
quite
was
fast.
thinking of using switching to P18 to passenger. Because the T17 is currently running passenger service and it handles it well. So the P18 should be fine to swap to, and we'll sell the T17 10-wheeler to get some
Speak
money
of-
to acquire some G25s.
Speaking of 10-wheeler, yellow there. Number 2 is pulling into Bryson.
Yep, passenger train stopping at Bryson here. Hopefully, we got a good pickup coming.
Keep going. I think you can apply the brakes now.
Yeah, they're on. That's good.
Let's see. Passenger operations. Yep, everything seems perfectly lined up. If you want, I can. Should I just join in the cab or in the end coach? Whatever.
It's up to you.
$27 for 22
hop in the
fares.
car.
Not bad.
That's could be better, could be worse.
Yeah, but that was probably people that were coming from Hemingway. So one stop, short distance, not much money. They're probably only going to get $1 per pair anyway for each of those. So
Less than that.
with the
It's like
observation
98.
car, it increased it a bit.
Hey, who's doing shunting over there again? If you
What,
want.
on the number 1?
No, number
Yes.
3. You're
Oh.
doing shunting at number 3. Hey, if you want, instead of me just sitting on an empty train going to Whittier, I could just be like, help you with the switching. But Public.
Yeah, that would be Outcast that's doing the switching right now.
You know what? I'll join you with the switching. Yep. And there I am. So, where's this car headed to? Let's see.
I just passed the passenger train.
Yeah, the one he's currently pushing should be the hopper car for the
The
coaling
supply.
tower there, yeah. So,
I'll check the switches. First things first, there's a switch against you. So you're going to the loading track, correct?
yes.
That's your switch right there.
Alright.
That's another switch. There's a third one. And you should be lined through and on the clear.
All right.
Yeah, excuse me, the T-17 is a lot of get up and go for how small it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
one
a,
of
it's
the
a
reasons.
decent starting locomotive, but plan on replacing it.
You know, the reason I love the T21 so much, first, it's strong, it's fast, and it's also the Casey Jones engine. So yeah.
Yeah. It's small. It's fast, so it's good for passenger service.
What happened to the switch? Hold on. What the hell? Oh, I think we double clicked. Stop. Reverse. I think we double clicked the switch. I switched, and you might have switched it back by mistake.
I mean, I clicked it once, but my mouse has a habit of double clicking when I click it once, so it might have been what happened.
And the switches in this game need a bit of work. I will say that. They're kind of
Yeah.
slow. Like, you're not sure if you click the switch, and you end up switching it back again because it took too long. And
Yeah, like
okay, you're good to go, and I'll also get the angle cocks ready.
So we're gonna get a couple $100 for those cars being dropped off.
Should be able to just push. Give it a good old shove. Okay, you're good. I have to go to the handbrake end of the car. Should be able. And you should be good to go.
yeah. What needs to be switched out here? Lumber.
Getting those current cars dropped at the interchange should probably actually put us pretty close to $5,000.
Okay, number 3, we just dropped the whole car. The line is clear to reverse. You know, I find it funny. In here, you can run at about 30 miles an hour.
Are you gonna dump all those on the siding with the hopper car? Alright, what's the status on the logs? Still not quite done.
Yeah, I guess you're right with the cap. I did not think that was a limiting factor.
That's so silly. It should just go to Jesus, 90, I guess.
It should just go to full capacity. But
That was violent.
Sorry about the sneeze. My
Oh,
allergies.
with my ears not hurting.
Sorry. So we have a car for coal supply and 2 cars for hardwoods.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah, three for both. Yeah, but we
Yeah,
gotta
we
go
got
to
it.
yeah, but we've got to go to a Larker for the last bit, don't we?
About 2 cars. Should be good. Okay. Okay. Bring it up. And about there. And brakes. Nice. So you're pulling the whole set of cars or just the lumber and coal?
We're grabbing just the lumber,
Okay.
just the lumber cut.
You're good to go. I'll set up a handbrake so this train doesn't roll away. All clear.
Are we trying to renew our contract with Robinson Gap Coal?
Is that one?
Yeah, it's set to expire.
Oh. Trying to think if we should wait till we get the get the G25 first before we do that.
To upgrade to get a new contract?
Yeah, before doing the new contract, because probably doing the tier 3. Which is going to be heavier cars, but also more money, and it's just... I don't know if the P18 can be able to handle bringing that down. Like, that might not be able to handle bringing the whole, like, the load down. Ooh, $548. We got $5,000. So, if I were to take out a $5,000 loan, we could acquire a G25 right now.
G25.
Don't go into debt. It's the death knell of every server.
Well, we did a loan before for $5,000, and actually managed to pay it off after a couple days.
You know,
because with the logging contract, we were making like $2-3 off of the contract every day.
You know the G25.
Yeah.
So we were able to pay it down easy.
Yeah.
Hey, the G25 isn't that much better than one of these smaller engines. You know, why go so big when you can buy something smaller? Just as
the G25 can handle extra small curves.
That's extra small.
Yeah, it's capable of extra small curves compared to the consolidation, which handles only medium curves.
Hold on. I think you're gonna have to pull up a bit forward.
Yeah, I realized that when I tried to flip the switch myself.
So I think the G25 Mogul will be a good choice over like the 10-wheeler or the S23 switcher. Probably because it has 2,000 more pounds attractive effort compared to the switcher. Holds a lot more coal. I mean, it holds the same amount of water though. I mean, it's only 12,000 pounds heavier. But it's like, I just think like the consolidation, because of the fact that it can only handle up to medium curves and hold 7 tons of coal compared to 11 tons for the G25. I just think the G25, and it's only like, the G25 is only like $300 more. So, almost double coal capacity and an extra 1,000 gallons of water will go a long way.
Let me ask you, how many people do you usually have in your sessions?
We've had like 6 or 7 before.
Would it make sense to buy a couple smaller engines instead of one large engine? You could have more people running at the same time.
You're good on the throttle.
That's what I would think. I mean, you could cut a load in half, but if you have 2 people running 2 trains, then
you can start moving forward. I already got the train on the brakes.
Yeah, but we're going to be trying to run it as 2-man crews a lot. That way you have one guy operating the train, the other person can get off, cut the cars, and also operate the switches.
That's what I'm doing over here with number 3.
I see. Okay.
So we don't why run all one-man cars, because like one-man trains, because we're also then constricted by the trackage too. You can't have too many trains running over. So it's
I
like
see what you
I
mean.
feel it's better buying the bigger engine, because then we can actually use the bigger engine more powerful engine to handle the heavier contracts. The coal mine. Coal cars are heavy, so you need something with power.
I got you.
So if we do the tier 3, we probably are going to need the G25 or something big like that.
Number 1 is being driven by a AI engine here.
Yeah, it's just.
And then what are you?
I'm. Alright, so we got.
Wait a minute. Are we doing all the work and you're doing nothing? Sudden realization.
I mean, I handled quite a bit of the work too. I mean, I was running the passenger train up from Whittier until it was taken over towards past Bryson.
Speaking of which, where's that train right
And
now?
then that was all. And then I took back over back at Alarka for a little bit.
I can't hear my brakeman if you guys are talking, but because he's a lot quieter than you guys are. When you guys are talking, it's hard enough for me to hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So like if I can't hear my brakeman telling me what telling me
you to slam on the
that's why I definitely say, if you have trouble hearing him, turn his volume up on your end so you can hear him better.
My booster.
It's all the way up. I can't turn him up anymore.
Oof.
Can you turn us down?
I can turn you guys down.
Any better? I have my boost on my voice mod. Is this any better?
Okay, that's better. I can hear better.
Alright, so once number 2 makes it to Whittier and offloads, I want to skip an hour so that we can. So hopefully these cars will be unloaded, and we can complete the swap. The logging cars, so we can get these other ones up to
I
the
was
logging
talking to. Sorry, I was actually talking to my engineer. So, are we taking 4, 5, 4, 6, 7 on free and the boxcar behind it? I assume. Huh?
With those, I would suggest put those in front, and then you can kick one down. Like, you can kind of just kick them both down the line. That's what the other guys have been doing when it comes to running those.
So, Outcast, are we getting like these 2 boxcars, right?
So there's also 3 going up.
We
Oh, just a bit shy. Hold on, give it a shot.
Did the pin not drop?
No, it didn't. It didn't drop. It's like pixel in. Just needs a good old shove.
Seriously, I missed it by literal pixels.
You want to see how close were you?
I'm looking at it right now. From above. Yeah, that's a literal fucking pixels of like the pin not dropping.
Just open the throttle all the way. The shove. There we go. There were glad hand. Let me get the handbrake. The other end of the car.
We're taking all of these because these back 3 have got to go to Alarka, don't they?
Okay, then give it a bit of a shove. It appears there's air leaking, so I need you to shove back a bit so I can check.
Oh.
And there's a car that's not coupled. I found the air leak.
Okay, that's weird.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like I'm looking at it now. Like, you have the angle cock closed. Why is it leaking air?
Disconnected me. No, just.
There you go. That fixed it.
Hold on. There's a coupler that's not connected over here where I am. Just slam it back once.
Well, my suggestion is actually
There we go.
swap those ones those boxcars to in front of the locomotive, and then kick them down the line to Appalachian hardwoods. One at a time. If you watch them, you can get them into the siding without causing without causing them to slam into anything.
I mean,
time
yeah,
it
I
right.
could try. I could try just hanging onto the back and managing the handbrake.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the other guys tend to do. Raptor
It's
and
dangerous.
Crow are what they usually run number 3, running the freight services like that, and they'll kick the cars down the line like that.
Yeah.
It
Even though,
works
because
they know what they're doing.
kicking in the sense of what we're doing is
Actual safe.
it's actually, for one, it's actually safe, and 2,
Kicking a car down the main line could result in a runaway.
kicking the
that's
car
why
on the main results in a runaway, but also kicking cars in general for pretty much anything that's not humper service is legal or illegal depending on which railroad. It's literally railroad specific
Yeah,
on whether
kicking
is
the
illegal or
cars to a degree with us is highly suggested to speed up a delivery process.
Hell yeah.
Now fuck the
We,
damage to the cargo, I assume.
No,
Hey.
that's why you do it carefully.
That's why you kick.
not. That's why
Yeah,
you
that's-
kick it and you watch it.
That's why you carefully kick cars.
You kick between 5 to 10 mile an hour.
Yeah.
First things first, I'm going to, get the switch lined up so we don't slam face first into the roundhouse.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that
And
would
then
definitely
line
be
us
that would
out.
definitely be a bad thing.
Oh shit.
What happened?
Fred, get in the engine and stop it. I just got disconnected. That
Stop
engine's
me.
all running away. That engine's
Stop.
all running away on me.
I just dumped the air. We're fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Just dump the air.
And, we get a long whistle to make sure nobody slams into me.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
in
it
the
worked
process
that
of
way,
reconnecting.
so
My internet has broken it.
So
Disconnected.
passenger
The
cars
engineer
are
had
all
a stroke.
empty. So
That's the closest thing we have of the engineer having a stroke.
yeah.
Or the engineer fucking dies, he disconnects from the game, then you have to hop and just stop the fucking train.
This
Yeah.
is
So should I go-
this is exactly
Should
why
I go
we
turn around
prefer
this
to run
passenger train
two-man
now?
crews.
Should I go turn number 2 around?
Yes, do that. Use
Alright,
the
Imagine
fine.
if I actually wasn't here.
That is
The time it would take, if I wasn't here, the time would have taken for any of you to teleport to the engine and find it in the map, hop in the cabin, dump the air brakes. This thing would have been smacking down the main and into that curve down ahead.
Yeah.
See, this is exactly why we try to run two-man crews on all of our locomotives.
Yeah.
So if
yeah,
one
so
person
the engineer-
disconnects,
Yeah, so if someone
you can still control
disconnects,
it,
someone else can dump the air and stop the train.
or take over and just keep it going.
Yeah.
Also, you're quite an interesting bunch in the sense that you named the Pacific Henry.
even though Henry was a 10-wheeler in canon.
And with
Henry
more-
is a
with more-
Black 5, which we don't
Henry is
have.
Actually,
He's a GNR A0 mix with a C1 Atlantic. That doesn't make sense.
It wasn't the A0 basically what Gordon was in
No,
canon?
Gordon was the prototype A0, but Henry was based on those plans that were stolen. Gordon's
Correct.
plans. And modified to be
Gordon is
shitty as
based
fuck.
off of the A1 and the A3, it looks like.
No. Actually, he is right, Chaos. A0 is the prototype of the class. That's what Gordon
A0
had.
was the prototype for the
Yeah,
entire
Gordon was a 462.
A series of
And when
LER
GNR A0, later he was rebuilt into an A1 and then an A3. And
Correct.
then Henry was built by stolen plans, probably by someone like Robinson or maybe Thompson. And his
I wouldn't be
plans,
surprised if it was Thompson.
yeah, because they hated each other.
Exactly.
Probably was a modified he basically took the A0 plans and gave it a C2 firebox. That's tiny.
No. He basically the plans that were stolen in canon, at least, were plans that Gresley had discarded because he knew they weren't because the firebox was too small and it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Thompson stole those plans and just built it right off the drawing board.
Yeah,
And
kind of
then
like it's like that drawing online. They call it the actual A0, but it's just like an enlarged C2 Atlantic.
So, in a sense, when you're doing with wheel arrangement, the 10-wheeler would fit for being Henry.
Yeah.
For being a 460.
More specifically, the T21 would probably fit because of the size.
Yeah, it's size, plus it has outside wall shards.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to go with having...
Even though with the way that the Black 5's wall shards animate, it animates more like early Baker than it does wall shards. Early Baker being what Nevada Northern number 40 has. If you look at how Nevada Northern 40's valve gear animates, and look at the way that Henry's valves animate, it looks more like looks like a black. It looks more like the early Baker compared to any other.
Right at
Henry
this point, if we take a $5,000
he was
load,
built
we
as
can
an
afford
A0 copy,
an additional
and
locomotive.
then Henry is a prototype that was built by a stolen design. He was wrecked and rebuilt into a Black 5 by a completely different designer and different railroad, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Why would they send Henry to crew and not, let's say, Darlington or York?
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't know.
Or Doncaster.
I'm going to say York here because
maybe crew is closer.
Doncaster.
Crew is probably a closer facility for him.
Yeah, but the thing is, crew was owned by the railroad.
But it's a rival works.
Yeah, crew.
Why? Because their works you couldn't be able to handle it. I think their works are at Proteus Gate or something like
railroad.
that.
The Northwestern Railway, aka where Henry is from, is partnered with the LNER, and the crew works are partnered by the LMS.
Correct.
Which is a rifle company. Now, why would the LMS engineer Stanier rebuild a Gresley engine?
Because Stanier was Great Western.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Stanier came from the Great Western. I'm not making that up. The Black Fives. Right. The Black Fives are, from what I could gather, literally crew versions of, I believe it was either the halls or the castles. It was one of the Western's 460s, but it wasn't a king.
Also, one thing
I believe it was either a hall or a castle.
One thing I will say, I will not accept ever Gordon having 2 cylinders.
Why?
How many would he usually have? 3?
Yes.
So what is it? One cylinder on the on each side on the outside, and then one underneath in the middle.
And then one in the middle, yeah.
Isn't that how Thomas is set up? Like his cylinder was underneath in the middle, rather than having it on the outside.
Yeah, both of his cylinders were underneath. Yeah.
Thomas is a 2-cylinder engine.
Yeah.
The one thing the one thing I don't get with the whole Thomas the Tank Engine series is the fact that Sir Topham Hatt will scold them for stuff that was outside of their control. Like, they'll get into an accident because of something, and they'll get scolded for something that they couldn't do, that they couldn't stop.
Hey, hold on. Sometimes it does make sense. I mean, you could just watch
real quick.
Yeah,
Stories of Solder, that's what I say. Go watch that.
Yeah, I've watched that. But with the regular series, they don't have control over their movements. Like the episode where Thomas runs into the station master's house. It was not his fault that the person who was cleaning him messed up his controls, and when he had his fire lit and built up enough steam, he started moving. He could not apply his brakes. He had no way of being able to stop because he had no crew. So it's not
Correct.
his fault that he ran into the station master's house. Yet he got punished for doing so by Sir Topham Hatt when it's like it wasn't something he could control. He had no choice in the matter.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Because I just realized something. The Grizzly conjugated valves with like the rocker arms on the outside.
Yeah.
I think you can see where I'm going with this. What does every single Great Western 460 have? 4-cylinder 460 have?
The rocker arms.
The rocker arms on the outside.
Yep.
Do you see where Grizzly got his inspiration for his conjugated valves?
Yes, but hey,
Yeah.
I still prefer Gresley and Stanier above Thompson
Fair.
because you know what Thompson did to Great Northern, don't you? Just out of spite.
Oh Jesus.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
The A2/2s.
Yeah, he took, and the first prototype he built was just the first member of the A3 class, 1470, Great Northern.
Jesus,
Great Northern.
He rebuilt it, and it has that weird
finished
fucking
already.
cylinder behind the front bogey thing that looks like ass.
Yeah.
Like the GWR and the LMS made that look good with the Princess and the 10-wheelers.
And the Kings, yeah.
Yeah, because of the frames. Like
Yeah,
they have the frames.
because they were designed for it. They were designed to have them back there, so they made everything look good.
Yeah,
with
like
that
the
arrangement.
cylinders were back there, but so to cover the space, they put like frames covering the gap between the bogies.
Yeah.
Also, I think we're struggling quite a bit over here.
We're like what's the grade here?
Yeah.
1.7%.
You know, I can walk almost as fast as the train. I'm just gonna do the Casey Jones and just climb on the running board, start hammering all the pieces back together.
I mean, as long as you have momentum going up, you're good. Although I
Yeah.
would have dropped those boxcars up before proceeding with the empty coal cars up to, because you really need to be behind the coal cars anyway.
You know, one thing I also hate about Tongs is in the sense of trains.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Gordon and Henry have that weird fucking tender? Like, why does Gordon have a Fowler tender?
I was like, I mentioned this. Like, why the fuck does Gordon have a Fowler tender, not a Grizzly one?
Like, he
I
could
don't
have
know.
either the early non-corridor or Grizzly tender, you know, the ones they originally built them with,
Yeah.
or maybe a V2 tender, you know.
I think
the
it's
one-
because of the models that they
Yeah.
had available to them.
Yeah, but they were scratch built. Like,
Yeah,
the
they
frame.
were scratch built. They literally built them. They literally built the tenders from scratch. So why the fuck would you not use a corridor tender?
Not a corridor, a non-corridor like the Grizzly early one.
Like
You
the
know, like-
is it like but like the Grizzly the corridor tender will come later in his service life.
Yeah,
He
like
gets
there's
upgraded to have the corridor tender.
Yeah, there's a picture like Gordon got in his future life. He was first he was rebuilt into an actual A3 with the proper running board and everything, and he got a 2 tenders, a corridor tender and a water tender.
Mm-hmm.
So like the first tender would have the 4 and the second would have the NWR lettering.
Don't lick the seat,
Yeah.
you weirdo. Why would you do that?
Do what?
My dog, she just...
It's his dog. His dog is licking the seat.
Yeah, she just was licking my driver's seat for some reason. Why would you do that? You goof.
I don't know. What amazes me about Henry's rebuild
Well, first things first,
Yes.
excuse me.
is well, for one, they basically, the LNR sent the LMS a whack Pacific, because it was a Pacific,
Yeah, he was Pacific first.
and got back
A 10
a
wheeler.
and got back a Black 5.
Well, first and first, congratulations to Stanier on saving that fucking piece of shit.
And also, and also GG to the workers at Crew who managed to take an A1, take a cross between A0 and an A0 and the Atlantic, and make a Black 5 out of it.
I mean,
Seriously, Crew took a cross between GNR Atlantic and an A0, and sorry, an A1, and made a Black 5 out of it.
Yeah, like, I was talking about Gordon earlier. This is what Gordon should look like, but instead of obviously the green would be blue. But there.
Oh.
That is how Gordon would have looked like out of the factory.
Dang!
You see how-
how?
That looks awesome. I like that already.
That's the A1 build of Great Northern, the early model. I'll send a picture here. Where can I send it?
You can just put it in my DMs.
Pics and
you can
videos.
also-
There we
Yeah,
go.
you can also just put it there.
Here, take a look. This is what Gordon would have probably looked like right out of the factory.
Huh.
Right out of most likely
In Doncaster, that's where
Doncaster,
all of them
yeah.
were built.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that look much better?
but also doesn't the way that the cylinders look with the rocking arms look very, very Great Western?
Yeah. It does.
Again, going back that like Stanier, I believe it was Stanier who was a Great Western guy, so he would
Oh,
know about.
So
Great-
basically,
no.
basically the A1 and the A3 were based off the Pennsylvania Railroad K4s.
4 for the
Correct.
firebox.
Yeah,
Also, have some couple pictures that I was talking about. The other stuff.
26 square feet. That's it.
So that is one of them, like a custom model someone made.
Yeah.
Looks really nice. And then you have an actual drawing of what Henry was based off.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
170 pounds of boiler pressure. That's low.
And 36 square feet of firebox.
36 square feet. That's like fucking like what the fuck?
It's tiny.
Fucking microscopic.
How the fuck they built pressure in that?
All right.
Like how do you build
car be
pressure?
done already?
Like how do you build boiler pressure in that with that?
Okay, there we go. Last car is empty. You can swap out the loaded for the empty with the empty cars, and then send those empties on up to.
Yeah, like GG for those guys for doing it with a
Important question.
I mean,
I've seen cursed trains.
What do you think of those first things? Answer me.
Huh?
First picture is a Transport Fever mod that they made after that picture. Just look at that picture.
Yeah, I see Great Northern as a 2/2 abomination.
No, beside that. The other picture.
The 422.
Yep.
How
Do
the
you see
fuck
the
do those valves even work?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's a Photoshop.
yeah, that
The
is
Photoshop image.
that is just dumb looking. Like,
Like what
It's a
the
Photoshop
fuck?
image. You know, if
438 likes from that?
yep, they made a Transport Fever mod for it.
oh god.
Seriously.
Hey, I mean, if the Sterling single and the A3 had sex, they would probably have this.
yeah, honestly, I have enjoyed watching stories of Sodar from Victor. Like, those
Yeah,
are
oh,
good.
yeah,
That is a good series.
Yeah, but like
The
Yeah,
war
like-
criminal train. Poor
Oh.
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter got shot 3 times in the firebox and instantly died.
Oh,
Because he had metal fatigue, and it just managed
Yeah.
to strike. The bullets managed to strike him in just the right spot that it was the end of him.
He was murdered. Like, they
Yeah.
knew where to hit him. He was murdered.
You know,
And they caught the guy, though,
I
too,
like
which
how
is
they
a good
made
thing.
Flying Scotsman not be an asshole in this version of the show.
When was
Do
the
your jobs. We got
when
two
was
other
the
people on
last
this train.
when was the last time we saw Scott in
I have no
the
idea.
show?
I have no idea, but
That's
hey,
it.
funny thing else, yeah, they don't call him Flying Scotsman all the time, it's just Scott, which would make
It's
sense.
just Scott. Yeah.
I like to think that the engine names that they show are like just the train names. The
What
trains
about,
they
like,
pull,
what about,
and
like-
their actual name is something different, like Flying Scotsman would be something like Scott Wesley or some shit like that.
Yeah.
No,
what about
here's the thing.
what about
But here's the
Diesel's
thing.
name?
Gordon actually exists. Gordon as a locomotive actually exists.
Yeah, like there's a, it's a war locomotive, right? Blue big chungus thing.
Oh, it's like, what about Diesel's name?
Yeah,
Freaking Bruce.
yeah, literally, yeah,
Bruce.
yeah,
Bruce.
it is. Yeah, Gordon, at least in real life, is a austerity 2.0. I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
And like Diesel's like also with Diesel his character progression though too in Victor's
Yeah.
like watch. That it's like I mean in
Bruce.
the beginning he's like so devious and an asshole. But then it's like
Yeah.
in the later series like the later seasons he's friends with all them. He gets along with them. I mean they still tease him,
Most of them.
but that's
most of them.
how they are. They like
Yeah, he gets along with most of them. Where the fuck am I?
yeah, like he's like friends with most of the, like pretty much all the main characters.
I am tired.
Do you want me to take over the driving for you?
I'm just gonna stop the train right here.
Yeah, just stop it right in the middle of fucking switch.
Stop.
It's stopped. So, where's
So that
this
must be in
train?
between the 1940s and early 1950s, like
Oh,
late 1940s.
where's this train heading?
Which one?
The one I'm driving. Oh, I see why you stopped. You almost ran us off the bridge.
What do
Are you a
mean?
Are you a retard? If we kept going straight, we would crash. There's no track up ahead. Zoom up
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, I stopped.
Yeah.
And
What
the switch is
what I'm kind of suggesting, pull those cars
Yeah,
forward.
that's why I stopped, because I'm like, wait a minute, that switch wasn't set right.
Wait a minute, we're going to fucking crash. Anyways,
I mean,
I'll
would
drive
suggest
to take
pull
care
it
of switch.
forward onto that section of track, then bring the locomotive back around. Actually, wait. Well, because you're going to need to cut those box cars loose from the hoppers to take the hoppers up. Because those got to go further up to the coal mine, which the track that way should already be. The switch should already be aligned to send you. Why is it not? There's no reason for trains to have to go past the line going up to the coal mine. There is.
Oh, that was my
nothing.
bad. I think I threw that switch because I didn't know if I was gonna when I was turning the train around, the passenger train
Yeah,
around.
you almost sent me off the fucking side of a hill.
Brother.
Womp womp.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why you guys
Yeah,
have
here's
to
the thing.
check
Now,
ahead
here's
of
the
you to
thing.
make
I just
sure
happened to
that
tab
you're-
in. I just happened to tab
We
in,
got a
see the
womp womp
switch,
mentioned.
realize, wait a minute, there's no branch. Wait a minute, there's
Yeah.
no thing
Bad
there.
engine noises.
Yeah,
thing
just,
there. And slam on the fucking brakes.
Yeah, because like right now, the switch should just always be aligned to go up towards the coal mine on that one end because there literally is no reason to go further down the track at this point because we do not have the bridge over the lake done yet. So
I see.
that track will just you'll just be heading down a track that has some sidings that there's nothing. There's no stations that way. The only marked location, Brooks, is just a passing siding.
Yeah.
So we're heading to Appalachian Hardwoods at Bryson.
I would suggest
Correct.
seeing you're already up there. Take the empty hopper cars up to the coal mine. Then
Uh,
take the Appalachian Hardwoods cars back down and get them dropped off. So I was suggesting you
hey,
stayed behind the
quick
cars.
question.
And
Hold
just,
on, quick.
Yeah.
Check the map. Who's with me? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
We're going the wrong way.
I'm
Like,
no, actually, you're
I'm
going.
not driving.
What?
Just take that further
I'm
up.
not
Drop those
driving.
hopper.
You are.
Just take
Yeah,
those
no, I
hopper
just-
cars up. You're heading
like,
the right way to
I
go
was-
to the line.
No, hold on. I just kept going the way you set the switches, but then I opened the map. Wait a minute, why are we going up here? Bryson is all the way over there.
Just continue on up, deliver to the coal mine, which is up the end of that line. Take
Okay.
those hopper cars up there. You can get it swapped around so that you can put the hopper cars in front and then push them all the way into the siding at the very end. So
You say
drop
so.
them there, and then
Where's
Then-
Robinson Cab Coal?
it is up that line that when you go past the Larka Junction, there's that switch that has that shows 15 miles an hour. It's
Yep.
basically northwest. The coal mine is northwest of the Larka Junction.
Yep, going up that line right now.
Yeah, so when you get up
Like,
there, there's some
how did
sidings
we-
you can work with,
How
so
did
you can
we
use that
miss?
to swap the
How did
cars
we
around.
miss that these two Appalachian hardwood cars were Bryson? How did we manage to get this far without noticing?
We both did not notice. We're just like, wait, why is this guy? I was just
That's
like,
why
wait a
when
minute,
I
this is
suggest
Bryson,
stuff,
but why are we going like this way?
That's why you should listen to me when I suggest courses of action, because I've been playing this for a bit and I understand how these things are operating and what's like the best way of handling this all.
It's like you might why are we stopping?
I have no idea. Someone dumped my brakes. I have the feeling someone is trolling us. Because my independent was all the way off.
Yeah, I saw. I'm just going to say, good luck getting us started again on a 3% grade.
I
It's
also heard a
7%.
slight. I also heard a slight chuckle in the background. Yep. Someone is messing with the regulator. Look, I didn't touch
That
it.
was me. That was me. Don't worry about it. That was me.
There's someone at the back of
Dean.
the train that's messing with us.
Dean. Yeah, Dean. Yeah, Dean's here.
Yeah, I bet it was him.
You're not fucking with us? Huh?
Did you drop? I swear to God, if you dropped my brakes, I'm going to shove you head first into the firebox.
Okay, Fred.
Yeah,
Fred.
Dean
Yeah.
has been nothing but professional the entire time I've been having him in here.
Yeah?
Shit, it's Anglecock.
Anglecock? Where? He dropped our coupler!
Yeah, he did.
It was him. Slam the full reverse. Reverse the shit. Go get the Anglecock. Let's get the train back.
I just
Motherfucker.
jumped the air. I just jumped the air.
What the fuck's going on this server?
So,
I
Don't,
don't know.
don't ask me, but Dean.
Yeah, I don't know who. That's the thing.
It's
You can't know who's
it's somebody
sticking
else.
around.
Yeah,
You
someone's
just derailed this
forcing
hopper.
it.
yeah, like
It's-
someone came over here and
You
dumped
just-
my air.
People, so
Fred.
yeah, you did get dumped here. I heard your gotta get your glad hands back up.
Fred. Fred,
Yeah.
you just derailed this Atlantic coastline fucking hopper.
Oh, here I got it.
Yeah,
you
I'm trying to understand.
derailed it. There you go.
I'm
Thanks.
trying to understand why the coupler was dropped and why was the Anglecock open. Who did it?
I don't know. It's
The
the
Anglecock-
problem is they need a log.
The Anglecock was open because I opened it to bleed the air.
But then
Yeah.
someone dropped the coupler.
Did you perhaps click the coupler? Sometimes. it
No,
happens.
because I'm driving in the cab.
He's riding.
He might have-
Yeah,
Well,
I am
Well, you
using
said you
it
opened the.
right
You said you
now.
opened the angle cock, so he might have misclicked the couple.
No,
Yeah, because
no.
this game's
I'm
the
driving from
hitboxes for
first
clicking
person.
is
I
fucking-
am in. Hey, I am in first person mode right now. I'm driving through first person in the cab, so I didn't know the
I'm
train
driving
dropped the
literally
couple.
from
Yeah,
first
but how,
person. I'm
and how did you?
watching him
No, we're not saying you
physically
did it intentionally.
manipulate the
You did it
controls
accidentally.
through the HUD because I have my HUD open just in case he disconnects.
And I was like, I wasn't paying attention
This
to
is
the
a
HUD
pointless
control nor the
conversation.
outside of the train. I heard the noise. I look back through the cab by leaning out, and I see the
Hey,
hopper
is the
cars
train fixed?
casually
Yeah, the
rolling
cars
down the
fixed.
hill.
Yeah,
Then
the
let's
car
get train
is
moving, Nate. How about that?
re-railed, so
Still trying to understand, like, why did the coupler just casually drop?
If you were
And the-
if you were clicking on the glad hands or on the angle cock, you could have accidentally hit.
But I
the
wasn't.
controller.
How
He
was I
was in
clicking on
first person, Dean. How do you think
Then why would he just say
first
that he was
person?
the one? Did he not just say I was touching the fucking glad hand? Did he not just say that?
He's confusing me. I was driving in first person mode. If you
Yeah,
want,
he
I
was
can
in
even
first
switch.
person. Both me and Fred are in first person.
Here's how I was driving. I
Then
heard
How could you say you did it? Then so
Yeah.
lost.
he didn't. Then I heard the fucking, the brakes drop, and I look back and I see the two box hoppers just casually holding down the main line over. Like, why
Yeah.
is the train rolling back?
Yeah,
Then I come back.
Yeah, that's when I went into third person and tied the handbrake down so it would stop so I
Yeah.
can dump the air.
And then I go into third person, and I see like the cars over there rolling down. I'm like, what the fuck? So I dump
who's
my
on-
brake.
Who is on that isn't talking? That's usually which isn't me. My mic's all fucked up.
I don't know.
It's
But yeah,
neither one of us could have done it.
one.
Like neither one of us, both of
I
us
know
are sitting
you
here in
are.
this cabin
know
first person. I can
Outcast.
prove that.
I don't know.
There's
I
an
can prove I'm
imposter
in first
among
person
us.
by doing this. Now,
There's
if I-
an
if I can-
imposter among us.
Those cars are good up
It's
there.
driving. Outcast is guarding. I don't. Right, who's driving one?
It appears we're having machine. Yeah, that was weird. Like, just casually a train just rolling down the hill, just coupler brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good thing we actually dumped the brakes in time.
I
Yeah,
wonder if it was
good thing
Fred
we were
messing
paying
with you
attention.
guys.
Yeah,
Because
good thing we were
Dean-
paying
because
attention.
Dean-
Fred's driving.
Well, I'm running number one. I just gotta. I gotta.
Wait, you. Sorry, what
Fred's
did
the
you
one
say? Dan?
driving. I don't
I
know
wonder
who
who was messing with you because it's like Dean doesn't like I've never
Like,
seen
I'm-
Dean mess around.
Dean was in the area
I came
of
over
the
after
but
plane
you
that's
said
the
he was
thing.
closing around.
But that's the thing. It can be done in overhead cam.
But I'm not in overhead. I've been playing the whole
No,
game in first
that's-
person.
But that's
one
what I
said it
mean.
was
That
you.
what
Wait,
I'm
Fred, you're the
one
one
of us went
driving. What
overhead.
are you, Fred? You're driving the fucking train, brother.
Yeah,
He's
that's the
driving
point.
the train from first person, physically moving the in-cab controls.
How was I going to drop the coupler all the way off the back?
Yeah, so I was just trying to wonder. It's like, too bad there's no logs that would be able to tell us that
I
this
know.
person disconnected the coupler that I could look at and know who was messing.
Now I
with it.
changed into, now I changed it to third person to see which siding is this thing going to.
It's going straight ahead to this outside track.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know who. Is it Super
Yeah.
Turbo?
Yeah, I'm on the ground. Fred, by the way.
You just need
Yeah,
to
I'm
go
on the
like,
ground.
I've been running. If you're talking about me, I've been running number 2 this entire time.
So,
Yeah, and
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't-
it's because
like,
the
I
names
don't
on
mess with
the
anyone.
Yeah, they're not the same.
so
Yeah.
changing subjects. Here's the plan. I'm going to stop the train here at this siding. I'm going to uncouple the engine, reverse, and grab the hoppers at the back.
Yeah, and then you just had to take them all the way up to the very end there, and drop them in that siding.
Okay, so,
Tell me when I'm
Just
clear of
siding.
the switch.
You're clear.
Yeah, you're more than clear. Oh, Dean's back here.
Yeah.
All right.
When you guys come out of the coal mine, how many cars are you gonna have?
They're going to be bringing back
you.
2 box cars that have to go to Appalachian Hardwoods.
Coupler's
Cover.
good.
Cover is good.
Coupler's good.
So
Chad, you're
I'm
good.
coming down. I'm about 2 miles out from Hemingway. Do you guys want to
do I
wait
need to
in the
bring it?
Y while I come on down so we can pass, or how should we do this pass?
Wait, did you need the
Yeah,
box
I was
cars?
just going to say probably,
You should've-
go
wait.
into Y.
Why did you no, hold up.
Okay. I mean, if you're
Number
going to be
three, why did
done
you
soon,
drop
I
the
can just wait
boxcar?
in Hemingway as well.
Yeah,
I can wait in that
someone-
siding.
Number 3, why'd you drop the boxcars, bro?
That's
They're at the front end of the train, so he's going around the back to pull those hopper cars out from behind him.
Okay.
So it's all up at the coal mine.
I'll keep you posted on my progress. I've been typing out in chat while the call's
okay.
been busy.
Let's see. And clear.
Clear.
Okay.
Come on back.
Okay.
They
Reversing.
just updated the game.
They just updated the game.
What'd they add? What'd they change?
They changed the contracts, the way they're worked. Added keybinds. Did something to locations panel. It's fucked with the AI a little bit. Enabled disconnecting glad hands are not coupled. Revolution edition. It's just a bunch of housekeeping. It's not that
A
dramatic
bunch of quality of life improvements.
for the most part.
Oh, I like what they did with contracts. That's kind of nice.
What do they do with contracts?
They no longer expire. They may be changed at the end of each day. The performance at each tier is calculated for delivery at that tier. Couple small things. Whoops, I'm gonna run out of steam here. Come on now. Stall on the
Am I
main
good to
line.
go?
Okay.
Formulaic industries such as Whittier Sawmill, paper mills, etc. now display a warning when they are not able to produce due to lack of input loads or full output storage. Huh. Cool.
Why am I lagging? I have a fucking 3070. What the hell?
Like
Call
I'm,
internet.
I'm
I
running
know.
a 4070 on my car.
It's not.
I like
It's
the
not.
feature.
a thing.
I wonder if our issue with the sawmill capping out at 44 or 45 logs is because it didn't have a place to send the output. I wonder if that was a condition that was already written in, just not advertised.
I don't know.
It might have been.
Good question.
I'm thinking after you guys get these 3 hopper cars put up at the siding before backing down, let's back out of the game and update.
Yeah.
Let him
Agreed.
get to Hemingway really quick because I don't know.
Yeah. That too.
He's booking.
Look, I'm going slow with the coupling
Yeah, let me
just
get to
because
Hemingway.
I
I'm a
don't
mile
trust
out.
myself with
Less than a
coupling.
mile.
That's why it goes so slow. Okay, we good?
Alright, yep.
I'm inside of the train
Decouple.
now. This is optimal.
Decouple. Okay, back
Yep.
we go.
It's already been decoupled.
I'm not even touching the throttle, by the way.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah,
that's so
yeah,
nice
I can
about
tell
some
you
of
that.
these
He
hill
was using the grade.
locations. You don't
He's
have
using
to.
the grade to
That's what I love about the sawmill. I mean, not the sawmill, but the logging camp. L2,
I'm
you
not-
don't need to apply any throttle all the way down the hill. Just use your
Look,
brakes
I'm
and
doing
slow yourself
6
down.
miles an hour. I'm doing 7.
Yeah. That's the thing that's so nice about these hill locations. You just use gravity to do some of the work for you.
You know, I can't wait until they add firing to the game. Then you'll need to
I think
actually
that'll
have
be interesting, but I think people need to get acclimated to like normal functions of the game before you're like, oh, by the way, here's this new fucking thing you need to do.
Alright, switch ahead.
Yeah,
Here's the
you
line
need
send
to-
you up past
People
need
seem
to
to
have-
already be like
Oh,
crashing or
sorry, we're paying
something,
attention. I was
physically bumping locomotives and things like that. Is
And
something
like,
clearly
imagine having to have 2-person crews on every locomotive.
well,
It should be a
to some degree.
toggleable feature if they add it. You should be able to turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
that's the way it
Derail
is.
Valley
Apparently they're
style.
being
Like,
pushed
I
up into
think
the
that would
cab.
make sense, yeah.
At
Derail
least
Valley
I
style.
look. Yeah. Oh Jesus. If it was like the Euro Valley, we'd be out of coal in a minute.
Deer Valley's terrifying.
I love
Not
that game.
terrible.
Oh,
What's
hello,
that?
I have a friend.
I play Dero Valley a lot.
This
I
is a
like
very
using the
shitty game, by the way.
DM3.
Oh, the
I like the
DM3.
hydraulic one.
Why
Yeah.
why the hydraulic?
Why the DH4?
Because it is easy for me, because I drive a manual. I don't know. I drive a manual and it feels really comfortable. It's just the way I see it. It makes more sense to me than most games.
I like the DM3. It's a good, like, once you get
All
the
right.
hang of shifting, it's really easy to use. Plus, one of the
I
things that's
have-
nice is for
Okay.
moving forward to couple. You don't have to apply, just throw it into forward or reverse and just let it go. You don't even have to give it any throttle or change gears. It'll just move on its own.
All right, I'm at Hemingway. Do we want to back out now?
We're gonna wait till they get the coal cars into position.
Okay. Should I run the old Blarka or should I just wait?
Just wait.
I got you.
Once I get all 3 cars in, I'm gonna save and then we'll back out and let the game update. It shouldn't take too long.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Let me.
I think there's one car. I remember passing through Bryson. There's one car that can be sent back to the interchange, or
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine coupled.
They're almost at $6,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna go. All right.
Wait a minute. Someone forgot something. There
Alright,
we
it's
go.
uncoupled.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Definitely want the
Yeah. I'm
brakes
gonna
set.
go. All right. I'm gonna go.
Also, don't forget to put on handbrakes on those cars.
Alright, so yeah, I already set the one handbrake, so it's good. So you're gonna go hook up to those and then.
Yep.
Alright, I'll wait for you to hook up to them and then I'll save and we'll
all right, I'll
get this get this game updated.
Alright, gonna
So those of
leave
you that have
our
already
horse.
backed out can start working on getting it updated. What's the size of it too? I just want to know what I'm going to be working with.
probably not very big.
It's usually like less than 100 megabytes.
But the update, oh yeah. It's 35 kilobytes.
Alright. So
Forwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got 34 kilobytes. It took 1 second to fucking download. It was no time at all.
yeah, so it'll probably be done. It'll be done in less than a minute for sure.
I can't see a Thieves update.
Gonna update Factorio. I'll
Single
do that
time I
while
go
I
to
wait.
update.
Alright,
See if
you
these-
want to slow that down? For yeah, yeah, you don't want to hit those
Every
going
single
full
time I go
speed.
to updates,
I know what I'm
it's just
doing.
like 8
There we
hours.
go. And
Okay, I'll back out and update right now.
I want to save.
And I'll also grab something downstairs.
And then discard.
I'll be
Quit.
back in a minute.
Alright, there's that.
Are you restarting the server?
I am just down and done. 33 kilobytes. Holy
Oh.
shit, these are small. These
Yeah,
updates
I
are
think it
so
was-
I'll be back.
tiny.
I think it was like math stuff. It wasn't like,
Anything substantial.
yeah.
Alright, server's back up. Or at least starting back up. Might have to wait a few seconds while I get in a game. Alright,
So wait,
good.
contracts no longer expire, which is interesting. What does that mean? They don't. So
which means I can set the sawmill to tier 5 right now if I wanted to. You could do the
yeah, I
same
don't
with the other
understand how it
ones.
works. Contracts- Well, if you set a tier 5 for coal, you'll need a bigger train because it's gonna.
Yeah,
cover for
that's.
cars. There's
Yeah,
no
and I'm saying
specific
tier
way
5
to
for
do
the
it.
other contracts.
I mean, it's not like completely out of the picture for us to figure out a way to update or upgrade the Pacific.
Yeah.
It just needs to be
Alright.
thought over.
Tier 5. Tier 5. Do I want to set the sawmill to tier 5?
That's up to you. I don't ever really yucks with that.
Oh, the
so-
thing only holds 44 logs.
Yeah.
So we are being hamstrung by capacity when it comes to unloading.
Oh,
So the capacity was not reading correctly.
Hmm.
So so as long as we keep the storage full, that's probably what satisfies the whole thing with it, right? I think.
I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, we're able to keep up with what we got. Because right now, tier 3.
If you ask MOW office in the main channel, in the main Discord, you will get a much better answer.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm wondering, well, I guess we'll hold off on the tier 3 until we get...
Yo, I'm back.
Hemingway's Pulpwood Spur. Production, 9 cars a day. In storage, 450 tons of pulpwood. So, where is this? Okay, so that's...
Did you get my join in the game?
Okay, so that's a small siding.
I should have been connected by now.
Yeah.
You may need to...
I was just going downstairs to get some popcorn to have a snack. Okay, now, what do you need me to do with these cars?
Alright, which ones? Which cars?
The 2 box cars that I coupled to.
Okay, those have to go back down to Appalachian Hardwoods, which is just outside of
A hopper just showed up over here for Whittier Interchange.
Wow, that was quick about getting it loaded. That can stay there for right now. We'll wait. Wait, what? Okay, for some reason it's not on my screen yet, though. The one car did disappear from further up, but it's not showing.
Yeah, there's a 50-ton coal.
Oh, I was looking back. It was on the other siding. I was too far forward to see it. Yeah, just leave it. We'll get it when the other 2 hoppers are loaded. So just take those 2 cars down and drop them in their sidings at Appalachian Hardwoods. So the loaded one goes into the first one that you come to, the shortest one, and the other one goes into the longer one that has the hopper car at the end of it.
Also, quick question: does every single engine use the same whistle?
Yeah, we pretty much I did set all mine to basically being. But number 3 has a different one because Raptor and I think Crow, Raptor or Crow, changed it.
I mean, you don't mind if I change the whistle, do you, on this one that I'm driving?
I mean, I guess. So I'm going to set. Okay, I gotta set this switch. Or not, actually. Okay, so you're cleared to back down through the Y. So, because number 2 is coming up the track. By the time you get down, number 2 should be at the station, hopefully. If not, just wait in the Y until he arrives.
Oh, I can switch my whistle. I don't have the customize button show me up. It's not like it's doled out. I think I don't have permissions. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it was Raptor that switched it. Because he's the only one that I gave a rank above a crew member. That's because it's like I needed someone to be able to advance time while I got up to use the restroom.
And there's also a button now in the top right for purchase menu.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of nice.
People were probably like confused.
Yeah, because it's like it's nice having that up there. I just switched a bunch of the contracts to actually being the tier 5 contracts now.
I am currently by the switch.
Except for the sawmill and the coal. Coal's staying at level at tier 1 until we can get a bigger engine.
Okay, I arrived close to the Y. You should see me on the map.
Alright, brothers. I gotta rejoin.
Alright, so... Ooh.
Thank you, I seen that.
Yeah, wouldn't have done you any good to go down the Y because Alright, so now that's...
So I'm going to stop over here
You're
and
going to
hold
want to pull forward a little bit more.
Oh, was someone trying to come
a
through
bit
the
more.
door? Sorry.
Yeah, pull the passenger train forward a little bit more. You're still over the switch.
I didn't realize he was trying to come through the door.
Yeah, so pull it up to those, yeah, like right about there should be good. Yeah, right there's good.
I'm going into the Y now.
Yeah, because number 3 is going to come down. You're cleared to go straight through the Y. You could have just kept going right into the Y. He just... I already had to switch the line to send you in while he was pulling into the station, and...
Oh, you have me set up.
$26
Nice.
for 21 fares.
There were more fares as well. There were 56 total.
Yeah, that's weird. There wasn't. Yeah. Oh, because people got picked up for Bryson. They're in this one.
Somebody's really fucking quiet.
Probably me. I'm probably.
So 45 people going to Bryson from Alarka. That's actually
They were
pretty
already
good.
in here. They were already in there. That's why we didn't get that many fare.
Oh, there were some from Hemingway.
They were in there already.
Oh, I see the passenger train.
Yep, you're cleared to just pass right on through and continue on down to Bryson, because
Yeah,
they're going to
you can
pull
dig a
forward
bridge
and
in.
back it in through the Y and get the whole train turned around. Alright, so number 2 is cleared for going and getting switched around.
I really don't care if I'm the passenger again. Oh, I gotta change my name. That's my bad.
Someone suggested a colorblind mode. That actually makes sense.
The
For
irony-
someone
Okay.
that has like red-green deficiency, where they can't differentiate red and green. So
It's just
the
the
colorblind
irony
mode,
that
that would
somebody who's
actually make
colorblind
sense.
Would never be allowed to operate a locomotive.
Heading
Yeah,
down the main line.
yeah, which is why it would be like why having that in the game would be nice.
Mhm. No, yeah, it would. It's just I think it's funny.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Realistically,
very-
someone that's colorblind wouldn't be able to be an engineer.
yeah, they'd be
But
very-
I'm just saying that this is the game, so
No, I
Hey,
agree.
adding
I think it's
accessibility
hold on,
features for
hold
people
on.
with disabilities like
Hold your
that.
horses, Chaos. That's a lie. People who are colorblind would have been able to be an engineer on the Great Western Railway. The company would even provide glasses for you.
Huh.
Mm, okay, well maybe.
Well,
I
was
don't
it
know.
because
Back
like
in
the
the-
way their
In the United
signals
States,
were,
you
it
would
was easy to
definitely
know?
not be able
And back in the day, they would even like if you lost a limb on the job, they would provide you with a custom-made prosthetic. The
I
highest
think one of
quality.
the I
Is
think
the
one of the
Great
guys that
Western?
took over 382 or whatever it was after Casey Jones died, he lost both of his legs.
He didn't get a single
and
one.
I think he lost one or both of his legs, and he still worked. They
Mm.
still had him
What
as an
year was that,
engineer,
though?
despite his injury.
It depends on the year because I can tell you as someone.
It
who's
was in the
licensed
early
with the FRA,
1900s.
You cannot.
It was
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
early
My-
1900s.
You cannot. Yeah, they won't let you. Can't read a signal correctly. It's just too much danger involved.
Yeah, now you can't really be colorblind like that, where you can't differentiate red and green. Yeah, because we don't use the old
Whoops,
signals
that's not
that
where I
actually
wanted to
use
go.
like the flags, basically that it raises and lowers
Yeah.
the arm. If we still use those type of signals, it wouldn't be a problem.
No,
Because you
at
just
the
have
same
to look
time-
at the signal arm position and know, oh, it's this
Hey,
light or
real
this
quick.
one. Okay, it's this color.
Real quick,
That's
Dean,
what everyone used to say.
we're gonna
Like,
try to kick
they
this last
didn't
car
even
down
say
the,
the
down the
light
end of the
was
Y,
green.
and then we're
Oh,
gonna
they
back
used-
the other four onto
used to
the
say the
northern
signal
part of
was
that
down.
Y there.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to cut
For
the coupler
red.
whenever we get close.
Oh, lovely! It is
I just
snowing
got thrown
outside.
Inside the vehicle.
You know,
It's snowing?
it
I
is
see you
true.
back
Like
there.
in the early days, they wouldn't say
Even
the
really
signal was
over there.
clear. They would say the signal was up.
Once the carriage, once the back observation car gets to the road crossing here, we could probably cut it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the glide hands real quick so
Alright.
that way it's not.
I mean, the way I see it is like what they should do, like definitely do, is, I mean, if the signals are always set up a certain way that certain colors are certain positions, it wouldn't be that
All right,
hard for
that's good.
someone to be able to be an engineer and be colorblind, because they just have to look and be like, oh, the one on the top's lit, okay, that's a red signal.
It's got to go
Or the
all the
one
way
in the
down that
middle's
track,
lit,
all the way
okay,
down to
that's a
the end.
yellow signal. Oh, one on the
And
bottom's lit,
yours
that's
is just
green.
lit down there too.
Like knowing what color, like what colors are in what position, and then knowing, okay, this one is lit. That's like, it's this signal.
I'm going down the main line right now.
Alright, and what's the status of these logging cars? Okay, still only got one each.
The train is just rolling and I'm just eating popcorn over here.
Okay, so I mean, we've been keeping up with the sawmill contract quite easily, which is nice. That's quite a lucrative one.
All right, now I'm gonna set the handbrake on these 4 cars, cut them,
Yeah,
and then I'll come down
stop
and pick up the observation car to pull it up a little bit, and so I can get around these 4 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, observation car stop.
All right.
My character is just
Oh,
casually wall sitting on my engine.
All right.
I'm breaking the laws of physics right now.
No, he's just doing a wall sit. I don't see the issue.
The
don't
thing is,
get-
he wasn't sitting in the cab, but now he's here.
Oh yeah, that it's so like some of that is just so wonky.
Then it goes back in.
Yeah, like if you do like looking, if you do, I think it's like the looking out to the right or the left. Basically, it puts your character outside of the cab.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it does.
Yeah, but it's only client side, thankfully.
Say that again.
When you sit outside the cab, I believe it's only client side.
No, it's like the visual of looking outside the cab is from the side of.
Is it?
Yes,
Is it server side? I didn't know that. I thought it was only client side because I haven't.
Like the
Like,
visual
oh,
is
it's
only
outside the
is
cab.
only
It's
from.
like I see you in.
Question: is there a water tower where I'm heading? Because I'm relatively low on it.
What in Bryson?
Yeah, there's actually 3 locations. There's a water
That's
column
good.
right near, like right at that first set of switches, like after that first switch going into Bryson.
Because I have like 800 gallons.
Okay, so I'm going to align that switch so you can then pull in and it'll go right onto the line where the water column is.
Thank you. Because the water
So
is
you can-
really dire.
Yeah, you can-
Yeah, so you can get water there
Well
real
set.
quick
Alright.
before going to dump those cars in the hardwoods. So
Don't want to run out of water on the main line.
yeah, that would definitely be a bad thing. And right now, I'm
Forbid-
trying to figure out
forbidden spaghetti.
how exactly that locomotive got damaged by the flood, yet nothing else really, like, looking at this positioning of the topography here, and it kind of seems that where the T-17 is when you start really isn't that far, like that much of a difference in elevation to what the interchange is. So it's like how are none
We're
of the
gonna
other
cut that
cars
observation
derailed?
car. I'll pull to the front of those 4 coaches there, and then we'll go back
Cutting this.
eastbound.
Like where did
Yeah.
how did that car how did that train get derailed
There you
when nothing else was freaking?
Uh-oh.
Maybe it
Get
was
away from me.
dirt.
I should have set the brake on that. There he
Maybe it
goes.
was a
It's not gonna
mudslide.
No, it was from a flood. That's what took out the bridges, which is why we have to replace the bridges in the first place. But I'm just trying to figure out how the flood water
Maybe it
actually
was-
managed to make it over there to take out.
Maybe it was communist sabotage.
do they come through this little gap here?
It was the communists.
Because the locomotive was like what, right here. So yeah, it probably came in through that area. Bit of flood water probably diverted that way. I don't know. Okay, it looks like the snow probably didn't last too long. Cause
Is it
doesn't look
snowing?
like. I'm not seeing any more right now. I mean, it was blowing hard, and I could see it.
You in the
But-
you in the we call it the Delaware County, Philly area right now?
No, I am in Washington, Indiana, so I'm about 2 hours
Okay, that is
south of.
Definitely nowhere fucking near where I am.
Yeah, I am south of Indianapolis by about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Who
it
the fuck's
stopped
Amber?
Oh, I
snowing.
set
It
the
didn't last very long.
last.
Boop the
Yeah,
bucket.
you got it. I just couldn't figure out what you
All good. Holy
Yeah.
When
shit,
you
brother.
said snow, I was like, here? I'm like, it's cold, but not that
I
cold.
just passed by 2 standard oil cars that are very heavily damaged.
There's a puppy.
There's a lot of information happening at the same time.
Yeah,
I see the roundhouse. Okay.
I will floof it.
It's funny on my end. Whenever your guy jumps, he never puts his legs down to land. He's always in the jumping position.
What, pretty pup? What? Yeah, if you look in the picture in the videos and pictures channel, you can see
Womp womp.
picture of my
Alright.
dog.
There, you get a bush.
Both the pic that I had taken fairly recently of her, and one that I had from about 2.5 years ago, just after I got her, when she was just an 8-week-old little puppy. Now she's an almost 3-year-old spoiled brat.
There you go.
Fucking spoiled twat.
Yeah. Well, this morning I got some eggs, bacon, and sausage for breakfast. After stopping
She
to
stole
get
your
the cow.
sausages.
No, I gave her a sausage patty and I gave her some of the bacon because I got some specifically to give to her. Because she's been a good girl and she deserves it.
How is it traveling around all the time?
It's okay. I mean, I'm a bit of an introvert in a way, so it's like I like
Understandable.
the being by
One thing
myself like it is.
I was actually curious to ask.
Plus,
Do you
I
have
get
like
to
an
set my
actual?
schedule. I get to set my schedule for the most part.
Or
So.
do you like live on your truck like most of the time, or do you actually have a proper house?
I pretty much spend most of my time on my truck. When I'm on home time, I sleep in my truck, but I spend most of my day over at my mom's apartment, just hanging out with my mom and my younger brother.
Pick up the 2 guys that are still sitting here and
Okay, I'm filling up with water
go
right now.
east.
I'm thinking I probably should
I think I'm
change
in the.
out.
Am I in the?
I
Maybe I'm
should
not in
have
the.
thrown this shirt away. I had the shirt I have on. I ripped it
Try to
because
pull
I
the head
got
a little
caught
bit.
on the corner of a trailer, and I should have thrown it away.
Oh, I thought I wasn't in the box yet.
I
I guess I
grabbed it
am
without
now.
realizing.
Yeah, it seems to be a kind of a wide error.
There it is. All right, now we're good to go.
Yeah, it's a big error.
How
Eastbound,
much
here we come.
fucking water do you want?
Yeah, it holds 3,500 gallons of water. So
Did you just close my fucking?
yes, because it was done filling up on water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just surprising because I didn't see you anywhere.
Overhead cam.
Uh-oh.
That's the thing that's nice. You can mess with you can mess with stuff with the overhead cam. Why are you backing up? Appalachian Hardwoods is in front of you. It's to the right of the bridge.
Wait,
To
what?
Alarka. Yeah, you're going the exact opposite direction that you need to go.
Well, fucking balls.
Yeah, you have to go up past that up to that switch that you just aligned, I guess, and head down that way. The first car goes to the way left. The other one goes to that middle. That very right track, I don't know what they're planning for that one yet. I'm not sure what there's like because there's nothing out that way, but that track basically just goes straight back and then just ends. Like there's like it just ends right next to the river. Not sure what like what their plan is for that one because I haven't seen anything. I mean, it'll be nice to know what
Maybe
that
a
one's done
bridge.
before when it probably, or maybe a line that just continues further on along the coast of the river, basically. Who knows? I guess we'll find out when it comes to that, like when they actually add that. Okay, that just looks weird.
What?
Okay, well, when going up to Alarka, there's that one little bridge that you gotta pass after going across the main river. If you look down, there's basically a stream. Well, there's a section of the stream where they have like it's showing a little bit more flow pattern. The river right at that end is just completely flat for the main river itself, and the water flow from the stream goes underneath. And if you put your camera low to the ground, you actually see that they don't even connect to each other. Like you can see the other bit flowing underneath of the main river's water. It looks a little weird. You also can see it like you can see the edge also with the grass too.
Again, early access games be like.
Yeah, I mean they might fix that area up later or they might just leave it because it's kind of at a spot where you're not really going to be over on that section of river on that side of the
Unless you're
river.
going, unless you're going for a swim.
Yeah. I mean, there's a section like they basically just need to raise the land up over in that section
One thing
just
they
a
need to
little
do
bit.
is, you want to know what I think they need to do? Fix the chuffing sounds, because sometimes when you
Yeah,
open the
I
throttle
think
and you're
I
going
think they're
fast,
I think they're going to work on that because
like you're going fast, you open the throttle, and then it just fucks up.
yeah, because of the fact that it goes from like at like 11.5 miles an hour is when it goes from like the slower actual picking up to like full speed chuffing sounds.
Like, look, I'll see what you can mean. Like, look, I'm going 9. Now, if I just change reverse, you see? Sometimes, oh, it did the proper way, but if I'm going faster,
Yeah,
hence
when
the
you go from like
sound.
above 11 and a half, it goes to like the full speed, sounds.
Yeah, like this. I'm good. Look, I'm going 10
Yeah,
miles an hour.
yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, I think they're going to work on it. That it's not. It's a minor annoyance, but the game is early access. What matters is the fact that we have a playable game, and it's fun to play. Overall,
Yeah, I agree with that.
there aren't really many game-breaking bugs that we've been encountering. Luckily, they've done a good job about fleshing out like all the major bugs, and it's all like minor stuff at this point that they're really fixing while adding additional stuff. And then also just taking the feedback and changing things to make our lives easier. There we go.
I'm gonna leave this engine here because I kind of need to close the game for a bit. My computer doesn't sound very happy.
Oof.
So,
All right.
yeah, but I'll still be on the call.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the coal mine real quick to see
But hey, I
what's
delivered a
up.
load.
All 3 cars are ready at the coal mine already. Jeez.
Nice. I'll be right back.
They got those loaded quick. But they're on 2 different sidings, so you're gonna have to do some switching around. And what's Kennelly looking like right now? Still only at 1. What are we dealing with at the sawmill?
May as well skip ahead. I mean, I don't know that you're really gonna lose anything if you don't. If you don't, at least a little bit.
All right. So number 1 should now be good to be brought back down, which I'm the one currently sitting on number 1. Select that one. Okay, that's set. And I am going to go down here. That's that. We will set this switch against the train, so when it goes down, it'll just stop right on that siding. Okay, set that one because we need that one set. Okay, there we go. Orders, road, reverse, full speed.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been using the AI to run the Connolly branch.
Yeah,
It's
that's
easy
what I
enough to
do.
do.
It's like, it's best, like, I just find that it's easier way of doing it, yeah, because you can just let it go. You gotta
Yeah.
set the switches, tell it either forward or reverse, and it'll handle it all for you.
Mm-hmm. I run it in cuts of I bring it to the sawmill on a total cut of 10, and then as I go back up the hill, I cut them 5 and 5 and L1 and L2. I tried to work L3, and it's just
I
not
do
worth it.
8 at L2. I just do its full capacity. I might later get one of the logging Mikados, and then we'll do like having the logging Mikado handle just being up there, and then like a engine like the Mogul, like the G16, will come up, grab the loaded cars while bringing up the empties and just dropping the empties for the logging Mikado to take care of.
Might be good to run for the Walker, the whole Walker area too. That looks like a mess, but it might be like a fun operation to run that branch.
Yeah, maybe later. Like that one's just going to be a nuisance because of all the switch. Because I mean, the upper yard, you having to go through all the freaking switchbacks.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing I don't want to do Walker for.
But I mean, those yards, those tracks produce better than Connolly does, so it's kind of risk versus
Actually,
reward.
realistic. Let's see. Upper Logs produces 20 cars a day. Lower Logs produces 12 cars a day. So that's 32 cars a day for
Mm-hmm.
Walker.
Right.
Kennelly, 3 sets of 12, does 36 cars a day. You get 4 more cars out of Kennelly compared to Walker
I suppose that's true.
if you're using all 3 tracks. So for
I remember.
logs, Kennelly is the better choice if you're using all 3 tracks available to you.
Mm-hmm.
Walker has, I think it's 6 and 6 and 4 and 4.
Mm.
So Kennelly track 1 holds 5, track 2 holds 8, and I think track 3 holds 5. I don't know. I haven't gone up to track 3, so I would not know
That
exactly
sounds
what
about
track
right.
3 uses. Alright, so what's the status of coal on this one? Okay. So
Are you waiting for me to where are you at? Are you in
I
Kennelly or
was
are
just
you?
looking around. Because the train's coming down from Kennelly, so I don't have anything that I'm doing at the moment. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do.
We got to pick up the coal cars at Robinson, or maybe you should wait to do like a whole run all the way back, start there, and so I know there's at least one car in Bryson that needs picked up to go to back to the interchange.
Yeah, we tend to do those at the end of the day.
Okay.
Oop. Like
Yeah, probably for the better.
That's what we typically do. Yeah, because how much does that freaking coin tower hold?
Where at? Oh,
At
I'm
freaking
not sure. It
Bryson,
must be a lot.
it's got 114 tons of coal in it. Uh,
No limits.
that's showing 64 tons, but the coaling tower itself is showing it's got 114 tons. How
Hmm.
much coal does it hold? I'm gonna ask.
Does it show a percentage full?
No, it doesn't.
Hmm. Well, it's at least whatever we gave it. It's at least that much. Speaking of which, I'm gonna need coal when I get back to Whittier.
I just asked in the general chat on the Railroader Discord how much coal does the Bryson Tower? 150 tons.
That's a little bit of coal.
That'll last a while with our current trains.
Oh yeah, I don't have to touch it for a long time.
Alarka has a tower and it also does 150.
Wow.
I mean, I think the track at Alarka is all pretty much there, and we just need to do that connecting branch.
Bryson Depot has no passengers waiting.
Interesting.
It didn't even. Huh. It didn't give me money for delivering people here, and I know there's people. Oh, maybe I didn't offload them properly.
Alarka already has a diesel fueling stand. That's interesting.
Get off the train.
It's got 38 tons of coal. Okay, so what's this Y looking like here? Okay, so that's probably those two are probably for the copper mine. Okay, so
There it goes. $62. Okay.
so I don't know what that track is. I'm kind of just like looking around at the Alarka area real quick, seeing what we got as far as trackage. Okay, so those just end. I wonder if the copper mine shows, like the buildings show up when we actually unlock that area. That Y is tiny again, like, how would we do this? Because there's no turntable. So I guess what we would do. Okay, that's just gonna be interesting to do.
I'm leaving Bryson for Ella next stop.
And there was no one at Bryson to be loaded
No,
up.
there were. I picked up some people.
How many?
That's probably, I think it was 40 something.
One car's only got 3 people in it. Yeah, it's 17, 19,
Yeah, I don't
17,
understand how the distribution
3,
works.
20.
Like, I know that each of the cars have like gates on them, and I wasn't sure if that's what let people board or not.
No, the gates
I
have
don't know how it
no
works.
effect on people entering and leaving the train. It'll just automatically load, and it's random, I think, on what cars it assigns them to.
Hmm. Log train hit the bottom, I guess. No.
Did it say switch aligned against them?
Oh, it's all the way back in the yard. I see it. Okay. I know from running my logging trains that 10 car lengths, including, I guess it's number two or number one maybe, 10 log cars and the train. If you park at the water tower, you're clear of the switch. That's usually what I do. So if I'm ready to run that train, I'll put a fusee there and, you know, makes it nice enough.
Yeah. I mean, I just figured with running that train down, I just aligned the switch against him and let the switch alignment handle
Dictate where
keeping
to
them from
stop.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than putting a fusee down. Why put a fusee down when you can just just use the switch alignment against them to do all the
Works
work.
enough.
Yeah. All right, I set it in manual, so now it's just gonna sit there because there really isn't anything else to do with it. We got one car that needs to be unloaded, but it's that one car that always ends up at the very back end when you're doing loading in the when you're grabbing the empties from the
Hmm.
siding. So it always has that one car basically like that's kind of in like the middle, but the far end of the consist. So it unloads one log and then unloads that one first
Hmm.
before it resumes its normal unloading. So when that car is empty, you can't pull it out without having to pull the other cars out of the siding.
Yeah, it's kind of silly, I'll be honest. Whoops.
Yeah. What's so that one's got almost 20 tons of metal stock. And the freaking heating oil is weird. I swapped the cars around before I dropped them, so that I'd have one of the cars, like a car that was already on the siding
Hmm.
beforehand, was supposed to be in the middle because there was two there already. One was one was getting close to being emptied, or it was already empty, and I had to pull that one out. So when I brought
Hmm.
in the next car, I swapped them around so the one that was on the very inside, which I think was empty, got pulled out. The one that was behind that got put on the closer end, and the one I was bringing in was shoved into the back end of the siding. But
Hmm.
it's unloading that one first, the one that was the most recently brought in. Which means that when you go to when it comes empty, you're gonna have to pull all the other car out to get to the one freaking that you're actually trying to unload.
Right.
That you're trying to get out because the other ones are already unloaded. Like there's like one's loaded and you're gonna have to pull that one out to get to the empty one, which is like it's weird. It should do it based off of the order of when they were dropped off. But apparently it's doing it based off of, okay, which one's the furthest in? All right, that's the one we're unloading first. So you have to shunt this one out of the way to get to the one that empties first.
Right. By position. It's a little funky.
Yeah, they might need to switch that around.
Yeah, it should be. I wonder if they have some metric to keep track of how long the car has been spawned in, if it's interchange traffic. So you could use that to determine which car gets pulled from first, excuse me, unloaded. I don't know. It'd be interesting. See how they want to do it.
So I asked on the railroad Discord if they had like, will we get the ability to get coal for our coal orders from the coal mine? And
Hmm.
Connor, one of the devs, said not in the near term, but it is something we are considering. It should be more than something they're considering. It should be something that will plan on enacting.
Yeah, I thought that's where it eventually would come from, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really make much of a difference.
I mean, it would be good for like Alarka
It's
because then you
true.
don't have to run the cars up to the mine, fill them up, and then take them back down to Alarka.
I suppose that's fair.
Alright. That one's gonna be a while to unload. What's this stuff at Ella
I'm
looking like?
entering Ella.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna check on these cars here at Ella, see what. It's freaking farming supplies. So, the freaking red box cars want to be the one that empties first. I'm
Means you can
guessing
kick it down.
NYC. I think what that's probably New York Central.
Yeah.
I don't know what L and N is.
Louisville, Nashville.
And then there's the RFP. That one's, I don't know. That might be done today, but that
Mm,
might be done tomorrow. I don't know.
yeah. RFP, I think, is Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Potomac. That's in Virginia.
Huh.
Or was. I don't know if it still
We're
is.
getting cars from all over the place.
I know. They're all East Coast. I mean, it makes sense based on
Yeah.
geography here. I suppose there's some in the central. I mean, Louisville, Nashville.
They only got 4 people going to Whittier. The rest are all going the opposite direction.
How many in the opposite direction? 19?
Yep. $36
36.
for 27 fares. That's pretty good
That's
stuff.
yeah, it's not bad. That's a 33% benefit. Anyhow,
I
it's,
mean, we get a 20% bonus for having that observation car on the train. That's a thing.
yeah.
At this point, if I took out a $4,000 loan, we would be able to buy another locomotive. Just
Hmm.
wondering if I should do that or not. Or just wait till we have more money before doing it.
What interchange traffic do we have coming tomorrow? Is it just standard
Just
stuff?
standard stuff for the time being.
Hmm.
I mean, if I buy a G25, do you think that'll be enough for a Tier 3 contract for the coal mine?
Probably. I've not been up there, so I'm not sure.
I mean, that is a fairly
Yeah.
steep, but it's like getting up there with the empty cars isn't the problem. I mean, coming down isn't going to be an issue because it's all mostly downhill straight into Bryson. So, I mean,
Yeah.
loaded cars should be no hassle overall. Maybe I should take out a loan and buy a G25. Or maybe I should wait till the end of the day and wait for the money that comes in from the sawmill.
Yeah, that's probably better. You may as well skip till like 5 or 6 o'clock. Like run out there with a train and pick all the cars up. Or just kind of, I mean, our
What, grab
passenger
all?
numbers are continually dwindling. I think number 3 is still out in Bryson, somewhere like that.
Yeah, it's over at Appalachian Hardwoods.
I got you.
So, thinking
I think
maybe,
it makes sense to do that.
yeah, I'm going to send it up to, I want to send it up to up to the coal mine and get it,
Yeah.
alright. So, I just need to make sure that the switches are lined correctly for this. Okay, that one's set. That one's set.
If there's no posted speed limit, what is it? 35?
Yeah, I think it's typically 35 is the limit.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll set that one. Alright, 3,000 gallons of coal water and 4 tons of coal should be plenty to get it up there and then back down to Bryson.
Sounds good.
Just waiting for the train to get up past the switch so I can give it its road orders to head straight on up. So I got the switches aligned where it's going to stop exactly where I need it to stop.
Did you set the switches through the Y after I went through there.
Yeah, I set him to go straight past the station.
I got you. Okay.
Alright. Forward and done. And number 3 is now heading up to Alarka so that we can grab those coal cars. It's doing 30 up towards the bridge now.
I see it moving on there.
It is.
A couple miles to
It
go.
is hauling. Yeah, it's gonna have a little bit of a journey. But all the
It's about
switches
5
are
miles.
set, so it should be. It'll make it up where it needs to go. That's what matters. So we got an empty coal car that's got to go back, which another load of coal, and that that tower should be full. Now let's. Alright, so that metal stock stencil is probably going to take another. Going to take the
It'll
rest
be
of the
done
day.
today. Yeah.
Probably. If not, it'll be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright. Got enough coal in that hopper. Got one car unloaded and one more having one log. But I think the sawmill is at capacity, yeah. The way we've been running it, we've been just keeping the sawmill at storage capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's a good thing. We're keeping up with the contract, which guarantees us at least $2,000 every day for the
Mm-hmm.
log deliveries. What's our finances looking like now? Doing pretty good overall. I mean, these passenger services are really racking up the money.
They're not doing too bad. I gotta stop in Whittier and get coal, then I'll turn myself
I
around
mean,
here.
once we get Silva,
Actually, doing that in the wrong order. Yeah, go ahead.
that's actually going to really up our passenger.
Mm-hmm.
That dog is just staring at me.
Inquisitive.
Yeah, she's got her chin just resting on the armrest of the driver's seat, and she's just staring at me with her pretty little brown eyes. What is it, pretty girl? You a good pup? Yeah, you're a good pup. Such a good girl. Yeah, such a good girl. You just deserve all the love, don't you? Yeah. I mean, I've had her since she was 8 weeks old.
Of course.
She turns 3 in April. She's a pain in the ass sometimes, but I love her to death and I wouldn't trade her for anything. I mean, she's always pretty calm in the truck. So it's like she usually is mostly out of my way while I'm trying to drive. Occasionally I do have to yell to tell her to move her head because she's blocking a mirror. Because she's a German Shepherd Siberian Husky mix, so she's not a small dog.
Oh shit! In a truck?
She's not a giant dog. She's 64 pounds.
Still pretty big.
So she's a moderate-sized dog, and it's just when she sits up on the passenger seat, she blocks my blind spot mirror on my passenger side on the door. So I sometimes have to look like I'm looking over trying to see the mirror, and I'm like, hey, move your head. Because she's blocking the mirror. Like, she knows to then get out of the way. She either puts her front end up on the dashboard or lays down and gets out of my way so I can see the mirror. So, for sure, she's not a dumb dog. She's smart. What, you goof? What is it? Boop. She's just sitting there staring at me. What?
Just wondering what's going on. That's all.
Probably. I don't know. Boop. I mean, dogs are always pretty inquisitive, so.
Always curious. Always got to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's also especially because of, like, the breeds that she is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they, like, one of their main attitudes is just they always have to watch their owner. Like, I mean, German Shepherds and Siberian Huskies are known as, like, they're what's known as Velcro breeds.
Right.
They like to follow their owner around. I mean, she's also got Beagle and American Staffordshire Bull Terrier in her as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she is an odd mixture. She's a mutt, but she's my mutt, and I love her. Right,
Nothing wrong
goofball?
with that.
Yeah. You're loved. Yes, you are. You're loved. You're a good girl. And because you're a good girl, that's why you deserve the love that you get. Right? Yeah. You just love it. She absolutely loves attention. Like, when I take her into the truck stops with me, she loves the attention she gets. Especially one of the pilots I go to. They love to say hi to her, and she just loves the attention that they give her. What? You're such a weirdo. Yeah, like, she's just... What, pretty girl? Yeah, I mean, other than other than the passengers right now, there really isn't anything to do. Okay, okay, number 3 still hasn't quite made it to Alarka yet. It's just coming up there, so another couple minutes and it should be. Yeah, the 10-wheeler is kind of finicky. You're going to have to move it forward, like, there we go.
There it goes. Yeah, not centered with the hole. Okay, it was before, and it didn't like that.
Yeah, like I
Okay.
said, the 10-wheeler is kind of finicky. What do you think of the name that I chose for the railroad?
It's kind of long.
I know.
It looks good on the passenger cars, but on the tender, it looks
It looks a
something
bit
a little
long.
short.
Yeah.
It's a little nickname. I did something similar. I have like a.
Well, in my single player save, I just run as Pennsylvania Railroad.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to do with this one. I decided, you know what, in multiplayer, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to just come up with something that probably didn't exist. And I decided, you know what, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm just going to do all 3 of the major cities in the state.
That's where all the Pennsylvania lines ran. That's where some of them still run.
Basically between Philadelphia, Harrisburg, and Pittsburgh.
All the way. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I chose the 4 counties in the northern panhandle of West Virginia.
Ah.
Brooke, Hancock, Marshall, and Ohio. When you put it right out on the tender, it's in such tiny font. It's like 4-point font.
Because it's such a long name.
You got to give it. I mean, again, it looks good on the passenger cars. It doesn't look so good
Yeah,
on
like the
tender.
passenger cars, you have all that room to work with.
Yeah, plenty of room. I wish they'd make the text a little bigger. I mean,
Yeah.
space it out a little more, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so
Whoops.
what?
Hate when I accidentally grab the brake. I'm trying to slow
Oof.
down.
Yeah. Why is... Oh, yeah. Because they had it facing that way. Okay, why... Where is it going to stop at? Alright, so we got 2 coal cars coming down. I'll probably just drop them in Bryson Yard. I like how, like, if you press R, like, Control 0,
Mm-hmm.
whatever locomotive you have selected, it'll put you into the cab.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I only knew the hotkey to get back to the cab if you were somewhere else, to whatever one you selected. I got 9 and 0. I didn't know about.
Yeah, if you hold Control and hit 0,
That's so cool.
it'll put your person into the cab of the locomotive that you have selected.
I got 59
So
passengers
if the
over
driver's
here.
seat is, if the engineer's seat is already selected, like is already
Mhm.
like has someone in it, it'll put you into the fireman's seat.
Hmm.
Ooh, cool. The Pacific has a bit of linkage that goes up to, I guess, the goes up to like for the reverser, and if you move the like when you move the reverser, it actually moves it forward and back accordingly.
Hmm.
Although I don't know what it's interacting with in the front end to actually switch the directions, though.
I don't know. I always drive from
It's
the. I
it's
prefer
nice
using.
that everything actually, like, a lot of the stuff on the locomotive actually moves and all that. So like the
That is
brakes, like
cool.
when you go and apply the brakes, it actually moves the brake pads, the brake blocks against the wheels.
Oh, that's so cool. Again, something I missed. I knew it activated a piston, at least on the India, the engine brake. I didn't know it actually activated the shoes. That's cool.
It does.
Wow, it's attention to detail right
Somebody
there.
like yeah, some of these little details that they do are just they just add to the game, to the game.
Mm-hmm. It's the small little things, right? You know,
Yeah,
it's not the whole game made or break on it, or made or broken on it, but you know, little details are always nice.
exactly. Like they add nice little touches to the game.
Right.
Like I'm kind of hoping that if they actually add like having to add sand to the tracks, like actually
Mm-hmm.
making the sanders functional, that when you like look at it, you'll actually see sand coming out of the pipes and onto the track. Like I'm
That's
hoping that
something
we
I wish
see
Dero
that.
Valley did. You use sand a lot in Dero Valley, especially if you're moving,
Yeah.
obviously moving a heavy load. I play that all the time, but I haven't really played since they made the update for the locomotives. I like to play with I play with mods. I play with the persistent jobs mod so that my stuff didn't like if I shunted the entire yard, it wouldn't get moved. Uh, and
Yeah.
after a while, it kind of breaks itself, like it runs out of memory or something, so it loses all the work that you did, which is kind of sad. But I don't know. For a while, it's a fun little thing. They've made
Alright, now
updates
number
for
3 is
a
going
new
to be
version.
coming down. I probably should make sure these switches. Okay, those are all good. Gonna line that switch to send it into the sidings. That is not the one we want to go to. Okay, yeah, it's going to this one. So it's going to continue on this way. That's good, good, good. And we will just drop it on this track. We are going to actually set that switch against the train. So now when number 3 gets down to Bryson, it will be stopped on the side. Actually, no, we want to have it stop short because it's going to need room for. Actually, no. No, actually, yeah, we will. Because then when we have the cars come back through the other way, we can push them in. Okay, what's the status on that? 49 tons. That one's at 61 tons. Those are both going to take a while to offload. The oil takes forever to offload from those tankers. It's almost like they barely open it and let it drip out, essentially. Okay, so
I've kind
those.
of wondered like the practical application of where they actually leave these cars and what it lets them do. And I wonder if they have like a truck that would have a truck that would come by, fill the 4,000 gallon tank on the back or less or 2,000, whatever,
Yeah, it just
and go
takes for.
drive off somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes forever for it to freaking.
Hmm.
Let's see, standard oil. That one doesn't even tell you like what it's capable of holding. None of the ones do really. The only ones that show any capacity of any kind are Walker Logging, Whittier Sawmill, and Kennelly Creek, and then also Hemingway East Pulpwood Spur. It handles 9 cars a day, but it's a tiny sign that you might be able to fit maybe 3 cars into. Karma, what are you doing? What, little girl? Yeah, I know. You're a good girl. What are you doing, you goof? Huh? What are you doing? Hmm? Hi. I see your tail wagging. Going up on the driver's seat. Go on. Not your seat, you goof. Over here, on my seat. Go. Yeah, right there like that. Good girl. So I don't have to move the camera around. I like having the camera focused on you. Such a goofball. But then again, I mean that's pets for you.
Hmm.
Okay, so what's the logging car status is? Okay, so that's gonna be good. I mean, there really isn't much to do right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem when you have working as efficiently as we tend to do.
You'd run out of stuff to do pretty quick. You may as well just cycle through the days, as fast as possible. That's what I would do, honestly.
Yeah,
Like at least until there's cars to pick up or the
yeah.
sawmill's ready. Other than that, there's not really much to
Sawmill's
do.
gonna take a few hours.
Yeah.
plus it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help that the sawmill is basically running at full capacity as far as its storage goes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not like we're having more logs available for it than it can handle. It is being kept at 44 logs in storage
Mm-hmm.
consistently because we just have that much coming down. It only takes an hour to load the cars up. Yeah, so if you take them up, wait an hour, you're ready to bring them back down, and the cars on the siding aren't even unloaded yet. So if it's
Mm-hmm.
constantly kept at capacity, you're pretty much guaranteed to always have it at capacity. Jeez.
Yeah. It's an easy, I mean, yes, it means you don't have anything to do, but it's like a nice solid, paycheck you get at the end of the day, kind of by default.
Number 3 is doing nearly 35 miles an hour down the track.
Hmm.
I
I'm
mean, there's
passing.
that section of the track that can do 35. Slowing down now because it's going to be coming up on the 25 mile an hour stretch here soon.
I'm passing Governor's Island, hitting 40. It's a straight enough piece. Just trying to get to Bryson a little faster.
Yeah. I mean, at least there's no cars that are going to have to go up towards the coal mine. Nothing has to come back from the coal mine, so we're good on that aspect.
Yeah, at least not for today.
Let's check the finances. I'm debating on whether I should take like a $4,000 loan. We could take up to almost $4,500. I mean, $45,000.
But then are you actually able to pay it off is the question.
Yeah.
At this point in the game,
We're only
I
taking
don't know that we...
like, well, because of the fact it would take like our expenses aren't that high overall. I mean,
Expenses is one thing, but like, are we making that much money to bake it up so that like our interest doesn't kill us? That's what I'd be concerned about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are. Interest for 5,000 is only like $500 like every time it takes interest. We more than make up for that with just the passenger service alone.
That's true.
Because if you can look at the finance panel, you see how much we're making off of these passengers runs. Like I'm looking at it now, 131, 36, 62, 56, 45, 155, 29, 270, 46. Like we are making, and then the stuff coming in from the interchange, going to these locations, and the cars going back. I mean, the cars from the sawmill that were just taken back to the interchange earlier, $548. Just off of 8 cars. So between freight and the passenger, we're able to keep up with lower loan amounts. We can easily keep up with them. That's the thing.
Yeah. I'm pulling into Bryson now. I made pretty good time.
Yeah, number 3 just passed the 25 mile an hour section and is coming up to a 30 mile stretch just before the bridge to Bryson. So
I see you.
Yeah, it should be there shortly. Let's see, what's the status on the cars here? Okay, so that's probably going to take till tomorrow to offload. Now it's probably going to be about the same on loading. Okay, that one might be ready today or probably be ready tomorrow. I do not know. We have a coal hopper at Appalachian Hardwoods that's got like just shy of 9 tons of coal left in it. Thing's probably going to take a while to offload, a little bit longer to offload. What do you want, Karma? Because I'm a smartass, I named my dog Karma. Because you know what the term for a female dog is, right?
Yeah, of course.
So do you get the joke with the name? Because
Getting
the
it.
fact that I have a girl.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a smartass like that, but that's just how I am, and I mean,
Nothing wrong with that.
Luna would have also been a fitting name because it could have been short for lunatic. Can you not chew on my sleeve, you goof? Hey, let go of my sleeve. I see that tail wagging. You're a happy pup. Yeah. You're happy. Boop. What do you want? Boop. Yeah, with her, most people tend to peg that she's got shepherd in her because they see it in her face. I think it's like partly because of the fact that at the end of her mouth, like right around her nose, it's got like that black fur.
Mhm.
So it's darker around the end of her muzzle. So that's like, so I think they see that and like, oh, German Shepherd or a Shepherd. Some people have actually managed to guess right on the fact of her having Siberian Husky in her. I think because like they see the tail, because her tail curls up over her back, which is
Right.
the type of tail that a husky has. So they get that. Some people think she's got lab in her because her ears, they don't stand straight up. They kind of flop down like a lab's ears do. But if she has any lab in her, I don't know. Because from when they did the blood draw on her when I first got her and took her to the vet to get her checked out to make sure that she was healthy, they drew some blood and sent that off for genetic testing for her to figure out what she was. And it came back that she is 50% German Shepherd, 12.5% Siberian Husky, 12.5% Beagle, 12.5% American Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and a 12.5% like unknown, just breed groups is what they could figure. So,
Anything.
Yeah, it's 3 separate breed groups: guard,
Yeah.
herding, and sport. So, who knows what that mixture is? Who knows like what else she has in her? Her mom was a stray living on the guy's property who I got her from. So, I mean, like, he was just trying to find good homes for a litter of puppies, and I got lucky that I noticed a post from another one of the drivers for the company I work for in one of of our Facebook groups about puppy. I was on my way, like, he mentioned having got the dog while in Dallas at our yard. So, I messaged it, like, just posted on the post, like, asking, it's like, about the dog. Like if the guy had any other pups, because I was looking to get a dog at the time. Like I was wanting one, and he gave me the guy's number. I reached out to him, and I got her. It cost me nearly $600 for all the shit I had to get her when I
Mhm.
first got her. I mean, puppies are not cheap. I mean, she didn't cost me anything herself. Like I didn't have to pay him to get her.
Right.
But I mean, it cost me a couple $100 for everything for her between food, bed, the bowls.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is like a one-time expense. Some of it's not. I mean, food definitely is not.
Uh, worm treatment,
Yeah.
leash, collar, some toys, puppy pads because she was just a baby, so I had to have some of those out just in case.
Oh, I wonder if some of my finals were graded. Shit.
Karma, chill, fluff butt. Okay, set that in reverse.
Oh,
Rinse the
something's
brakes.
graded. Oh shit, yeah, I gotta check that.
Alright. Now to send number 3 forward real quick to grab that empty coal car from the coaling tower so that we can get that taken back. 60 tons of coal, that's going to take a while to unload, and 46 tons of lumber. That's going to be a while.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
What?
No, it's not the game.
Okay, the farm supply, that one car might be empty today. Okay, this one at Ella House Track might be empty today too. Let's check this one. That one's definitely not emptying today, most likely. Yeah, the heating oil is going to take a while to offload. Okay, that might also empty out today, so Stenzel might be able to go back as well. So... Okay, that's probably not going to fill. That's probably not going to empty. So, right
Yo.
now, we're
Hey,
looking...
sorry I left like that. I was doing some stuff. Was AFK.
It's fine. There really wasn't much to do right now. I'm just... Alright. Go on, keep going forward and connect to that car. I grabbed all 3 of the loaded hopper cars from the coal mine. Brought them down already.
I'm still running the passenger train. I'm running back to Alarka. I'm 2 stations out. How many miles is that? Not very many. 2.
Alright, there's that. Okay, I'm going to set that fusee right there. So that number 3 will back down onto it, and then we can push it forward and get that car in position. We got 52 passengers going to equally 26 to Bryce to Whittier and 26 to Ella. Currently waiting at Bryson.
Nice.
We'll be back there soon enough.
Yep. I mean, at this point, it's basically just a matter of waiting on cars to become emptied or loaded according to what location they're at, so that we can get them sent back to Whittier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hop out.
Okay, so that should get that all connected up. Once you get to Alarka and get those passengers offloaded before as you're going to turn around, I'm going to then have it wait an hour or two.
The only thing I can think of is Sun's. Oh, yeah, honestly, just skip it all the way to tomorrow. There's nothing to do. Like, yeah, we can interchange those cars, but we can probably do it all in one go if.
Alright. That's done.
That's what I'd do. I'm kind of impatient though. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I kind of want to like get everything together and have the have number 3 take a whole train load down. Have them all down at the interchange and ready to go. So when this
hmm
interchange gets serviced, we're not having any cars that have to wait on going back. They're just gonna be headed back.
Fair enough.
Because otherwise, it's like they're gonna have to be swapped out. So it's better like once like towards the end of the day, before the interchange is serviced, the next morning, take all cars going to the interchange back to the interchange, so they're ready to go.
Mm. You could go till like 2 or 3. I mean, I don't know if you want to do night running or not, but you just do it all then. You'll already be working. You should come back,
Yeah,
and
I
by the
was
time you
thinking
get
like
there,
doing it around midnight or so.
yeah, wouldn't be bad. I left Hemingway. I'm headed down to Alarka.
Yeah, I'm basically following your train with the overhead cam. Alright. Alright, where is... 1 for Bryson, 7 for Whittier, 7 for Ella, and 1 for Hemingway. With no unfulfilled way bills.
How busy does that Alarka mine? Are there mines in Alarka? How busy do those get? I wonder.
Larka has a copper mine, I believe.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, I'm thinking that when it comes to, okay, so Cochrane is just some, oh, it actually does have a station. Yeah, I think there's a, yeah, like Alarka has a copper mine up there. Don't know what that sighting is. There's some decent amount of track up there at Alarka to work with. Yeah, four sidings. The copper mine probably produces a lot, so the sidings are probably going to be useful.
Yeah.
Let's see, milestones. Alarka branch. The Alarka Copper Company wants to ship their copper ore on your railroad. Doing so will enable their company town to flourish, bring new freight and passenger opportunities. Deliver 18 cars to Alarka Junction site. These cars will be delivered to the interchange next time it's serviced. Well, we're going to need a more powerful locomotive for something like that. That is probably going to be a heavy load. That is going to need like a G25 at least. The
Double head.
consolidation will probably be able to do it.
Double head. Easy work.
With what we got, yeah. I mean, you probably could. But the way I see it is just get a G25. That should be able to handle it. Hopefully. Alright, so I'm guessing the Alarka. That's okay, so it probably follows this section here. And then goes this way. And then curves right there, so doing the Alarka branch will definitely give us more track to be able to turn around.
Makes this whole deal a lot easier.
Yeah, you won't have to do the whole shifting, like throwing the car into the siding and then putting the passenger, like the rest of the actual regular passenger coaches on that one section, and then grabbing the observation car.
Yeah, I don't have to do
forward,
this whole deal
you
here.
Yeah, you just back the whole thing down and then turn it and then pull up the other way. So it'll be possible at both ends of this run to do that. Because the way I'm thinking of doing it then is with Alarka to Alarka Junction. I mean, unless there's passengers that have to go like to other locations. I mean, it'd be nice if they institute a whole thing of being able to do like locals like that. That's like, oh, you grab people from one location and then move them up and like basically just move them up to to a junction station like that. So like passengers that are going from like say Alarka Junction, like Alarka to like Bryson or Whittier, you bring them up here to Alarka Junction. They get off here, wait here, like add to the passenger totals for this location, and then whatever train's running the main line picks them up, take them on. I mean, the only other way I can see it is having a dedicated car like down there that specifically is for that. That's like they'll like whatever passengers are going that way. If there's enough of a total, they'll be that car will be brought up, dropped here, and then grabbed when the main line train comes through. Like have it like basically dropped. I don't know. Probably dropped on that one section where you have the passenger, where you put the passenger coaches, so that when it pulls forward, the locomotive will disconnect back in front of that car, grab it or cars, and then put it in with the rest of the consist, and then continue on back to the east. And then when it comes up, those two, like that car or cars, was specifically meant to only load passengers for Alarka. So they will not go to other cars, making the rest of the train have to go down to Alarka to unload. Because I'm just thinking that that'll probably be a decent way of doing it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that'd be a really cool little thing too. Are there more than one?
Basically acting like what Tom. There's just one station in Alarka. But it's just
Oh.
there's no places to turn the train around
Yeah.
effectively. Like, I mean, the way it is, you'd have to do some serious shuffling around using the sidings to end run around the cars and all of that
Mm-hmm.
to get the the observation car at the back. Unless you put an observation car on both ends, and then you just swap the location of the engine around.
Yeah.
But I think just running like a short passenger hop down to Alarka and then up here to the junction will be the better choice. And then just doing a swapping of cars. I mean, if Alarka Junction gets no one going to Alarka and no one coming from Alarka, we could probably run basically an express run that just goes. It stops to pick up people going only to Alarka, and then just runs on back the other way, and stops at Whittier and then works its way back again. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's see. Alright, now I'm going to check. Oh yeah, because I can always just check the stations themselves to see if there's any outstanding way bills. I mean, this one's not going to have any because you got 27 passengers ready to go back. I mean, there's definitely nothing at Hemingway. Okay, got 41 passengers, all going towards Bryson or Ella or Whittier. Okay, where is... Okay, there's the tracks. Let's see, we got any active way bills. Okay, so we do have some. Alright. Well, actually, that's probably all the cars that are currently on the siding. Yeah, that's probably all of them, because there's 4. There's oil cars are going to be a while before they're unloaded. Those aren't happening today. Yeah, that's not going to empty. That's definitely not going to fill up. So that one's good. So there's nothing at Appalachian Hardwoods. The farming equipment's going to take forever. As always. It always does. Forgetting the Ella farm track is just... It takes forever for it to unload. Okay, heating oil's not doing... Alright, and Eastwood, that's for Eastwood Interchange. And that's pretty much going to be it. Okay, so we got 4 cars unloaded, 1 being unloaded, and 3 yet to be unloaded.
Still with the sawmill. Shit takes forever. Alright, I'm leaving Alarka Junction, eastbound.
Alright.
Hello? Oh, welcome back. Oh, he left again.
Who joined?
It's Fred.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, he's back.
Discord just shat itself.
Understandable.
Oh, there he goes again.
He's having a rough one.
Yeah, clearly.
Hang on to it, buddy.
Discord is not cooperating.
Discord just shat itself twice.
Jeez. Yeah, well, I remember how the mobile app used to have problems quite a lot of just randomly disconnecting people.
I'm not using the mobile app.
Yeah.
I'm on the computer, as you can.
Yeah. But I just remember when the mobile app was just kind of unstable.
Gonna play a bit of My Summer Car.
Come on. Back her up.
And what are you guys doing?
Well, I am getting engine number 3 ready to
I'm just playing my.
because we got 4 cars going back, so that's all we got.
Connection. I lost connection. Lost connection.
Oh,
Yeah, for
Chaos,
some
we
reason
have a
I got...
runaway on the railroad.
Yeah, I don't know why. My ping just, like,
Did you
skyrocketed,
get
like, 5,000 for some
Good.
reason. Which is weird,
Yeah, I did too.
because... I wonder if it's just the weather, because... Like, my ping should not be that high. Like, I have a... Yeah, my signal, like, really dropped off. I think the weather's screwing with my connection. I managed to stop the train. Alright, so I'm sending it back up to Hemingway real quick. Okay, my signal's back, so you should be able to rejoin.
I'm looking for it and trying to rejoin. It's not showing up right away.
Alright.
Yeah, the reporting mark isn't showing up in multiplayer.
Alright. Give me a sec. I'll restart the server real quick. So, alright, come on. Staring at a blank screen right now. Alright, jumping. Okay, come on. Alright, good.
I'm still not seeing it. Maybe I'll relaunch. Oh shit, I gotta eat. I gotta eat dinner. I'm hungry. Maybe I'll run this train to Whittier and... I'm still not getting it.
Well, that's weird because my ping has stabilized, so I don't know why it's... not showing up. is it showing passengers that we can't do? Like, this thing is showing passengers waiting at Hemingway that would not like. We don't have the track.
The reporting mark is PHPRR, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not. I'm not getting it.
that is weird.
That's very strange.
Yeah, because I have a multiplayer up.
I restarted my game and everything, so I don't know what's going on here.
I'll restart my game real quick. See if that does it. Sometimes it's just as simple as that. Just restarting your game fixes problems. It's kind of weird. If the game starts up. Come on. What are you doing? What, Fluff? Alright. Let's see. Yeah, my ping is fine. Alright, I've started it up. See if you can. See if it shows up now for you.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Okay, well, I need to. I'm hungry, so I think I'll eat dinner. And I don't know if I'll come back or not. Hopefully, but we'll see. Well, glad I found a group to play with at least. Not just going by myself.
Yeah, I don't know why it's having an issue all of a sudden.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Alright. Set those. Set those. Oh. Yeah, we got switches lined against us here. Put. Come on. There we go. Actually, right there should be good. Okay, so that one's doing that. What day are we on? Day 13. Outstanding way bills from the day before. Those 12 cars. Alright. outstanding way bills don't matter because we're already. What's finance looking like? Pretty good on money. Okay, so number 3 and number 2 are good. What's the sawmill looking like? Alright. I want to save this. And we are going to do that. Because I think dog needs to go out and I need to go use the restroom myself.